Area High School basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Well, it's night 2 here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. Marcia Garrison, Marianne Everhart with you this evening. And Marcia, it's boys opening round action. However, I'm not sure the boys can top the excitement that was here last night. Now, maybe you and I didn't have the games that went into overtime, but Mark Froenick and Jim Ross, they had 2 games that went into overtime. And we were trying to figure out earlier today, Marcia, do you recall the last time during opening round we had not 1 but 2 games go into overtime in a tournament?
No, Marianne.
Yeah, we couldn't either.
Never.
We had an upset last night, too, over there.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since we've seen an upset like that. That was the number 6 seed Winfield Lady Warriors. They defeated number 3 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Again, that went into overtime. The other game we're talking about was their nightcap over there, where it was number 4 Ellsbury getting the win to advance on over number 5 Silex 48-38. So the Mark Twain Winfield score, Winfield 55, Mark Twain 53. Our games were a little less dramatic.
Right, absolutely. Still exciting. They, had seen some good play, basketball last night, some skill building.
Yep, that's right.
Area teams. So.
Our first game of the night had number 1 Monroe City Lady Panthers beating number 8 Louisiana Lady Bulldogs 81-13. Our nightcap last night saw the host team, the Clopton Lady Hawks, the number 2 seed, defeating number 7 Wright City 59-27. But that's all about the girls. Tonight, it's all about the boys. Our first game of the night, number 1 Monroe City taking on number 8 Silex. We're going to tell you all about it during the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 pregame show is coming up, brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Tonight, the Monroe City Panthers come into the contest. The state ranked, I believe the last time I looked, they were ranked number 9 in class. Now I say class 3, but they redid the classes this year, so I don't know if they're class 3 or where they're at. So I'll have to double check that, but they are state ranked. They won the Monroe City tournament. They've been on quite a roll here, and they brought a lot of players back, Marcia. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Silex this evening.
Well, Marianne, I tell you, doing a little bit of background on Monroe City. Right now they sit at 6-1. Their only loss was to Father Talton, and they lost 52-56. And so they've had some formidable opponents. They played Jeff City, Keokuk, Palmyra. They've also taken on Mark Twain, Montgomery County, and so they seem to have their moving forward in their season. Silex, however, I don't think they've had as many games.
They haven't. I think they got hit by COVID protocols a little earlier this season. They have a much shorter bench than what we're used to seeing them with. They actually have 8 players on their varsity roster, and so we'll take a look at those. They are, at least they're spread out. 1 sophomore, some juniors, and a couple seniors. So we'll see how that factors in to their playing tonight. But as far as Monroe City goes, they brought everybody back, absolutely everybody. And, they were a beast last year. They're going to be a beast again this year. And really probably one of the big things will be stopping the Twain boys.
I was going to say, are they twins, Marianne? Aren't they both sophomores?
They have them listed as both juniors.
Juniors.
I didn't think they were, but maybe they are.
Well, I'll have to do some investigation on that during halftime. So
we may have to ask our resident Monroe City fan down to our left that you may have to poke a little fun at this evening, as we've known each other for like 25 years and has a player on the team. So we'll find out for sure. And so we'll keep an eye on that. We're going to talk about the keys to the game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, coming up next as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action here on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to tonight's game, Marcia, I think it's going to be pretty simple, and much like the keys last night to the Louisiana Monroe City game, and that is for Silex. You're going to have to, this is a great opportunity to just work on fundamentals and get better.
Absolutely, Marianne. Give the boys some playing time and really, like you said, work on fundamentals and try and increase the points they put on the scoreboard and really work to play good defense, practice those press breaks, presses. But Monroe City is going to be a pretty tough opponent coming into this.
Well, as far as they go, they're going to work on mainly perfecting their offenses, perfecting their defenses, working on, shutting down, on the defense, not getting those fouls, work on your ball handling skills, things like that. I will say real quick, not that we want to give her a lot of credit, but she's out of earshot. So Carol Lindenbauer helped us out here, and the Twain boys are definitely definitely twins. Oh, no, you had to point her out, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had to point that I was talking about her.
I'll let her know, Marianne.
No, don't.
If it's not me, someone else I'm sure will get her.
Someone else will. But so we do appreciate her help this evening, helping us out with a couple of these, as she has a junior on the team. So tonight we're going to look for probably a lot of up and down from Monroe City. I feel they'll be happy to press the ball, push it up and down the court pretty quickly. I'd almost tell you, you're probably almost going to see a zone defense, don't you think, from Silex?
I do, Marianne. You look at Monroe City out on the court, and you can tell those guys are built for speed.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of height. I know that I tend to think I'm really taller than I am, so maybe I'm misjudging a bit, but it really doesn't seem that they've got anyone much over 5'10", 5'11".
Well, it's funny because the roster says 6'3",
Well, sure
6'1".
it does. Sure it does. Remember when we played that game, Marianne?
We did. We did. And I want you to know that I am 6'1", and
right.
But
right.
I don't know. It seems like the guys are much smaller. Of course, their bigger guy is Logan Bulig. He is the 6'3" senior, or so it says. He looks like he probably could be close to it.
Yeah.
But it definitely is going to be a big height difference between Monroe City and Silex, and that's going to come into play, of course, underneath the basket. Although last night the girls proved us wrong. We had some scrappy girls who were probably the shortest ones on the court. They got in there, they fought hard and got those rebounds, but Silex is definitely going to have to find a way to put some bodies up on the board, try to get some of those rebounds this evening, because if not, Monroe City's, they're just going to run away with it.
Yeah, and like I said, they look like they're very quick, Marianne, and I feel like they're going to drive that home tonight. So
they are. Of course, this is boys opening round action here from the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational Tournament. Sponsors of coverage this week, all week long here on KJFM, Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, and of course, we have a season-long sponsors that we appreciate as well. We've got your starting lineups and opening tip coming up next as you're listening to the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We will start with the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. That is the Silex Owls. They're in their road black jerseys, white numbers, I believe with the black trim. They are starting a junior wearing number 1, Blake Thurlman. A sophomore wearing number 2, Josh Price. A junior wearing number 10, Daniel Havlick. And a junior wearing number 55, Blake Boragiola. And then Tyler Twellman, who wears number 3. Did you happen to see what? Nope. Ethan says, no, I missed that part of it. They didn't write that in the scorebook as to what their grade is in school. So that is your starting lineups for the Silex Owls. For the Monroe City Panthers, they're in their home white jersey with black numbers and gold trim. They are starting a 6-foot junior wearing number 1, Josiah Talton. A 5'10 junior wearing number 10, Kyle Hayes. A 6'1 junior wearing number 11, Joshua Talton. A 6'3 senior wearing number 23, Logan Bulig. And a junior wearing number 20, Jaden Robertson. So that's your starting lineups. Of course, the Monroe City Panthers are coached by Brock Edris, and the Silex Owls by Aaron Hinkie. So should be a good game tonight, Marcia. We were talking about the warm-ups for Monroe City. Those are pretty slick.
Absolutely. I was just going to comment, throw back to one of my old colleagues, Jim Ford. When he broadcasted, he always gave a very good description of what the uniforms look like. I was going to comment on the fact that the length of the shorts have gone up and down since we played ball.
Yeah.
They were pretty short, and then they came down to
almost
past
knees.
the knees.
Yeah.
And now they're working their way back up. So.
And it's funny because, Marcia, we joke about that, but, you and I both had those nice shorts where they were a little higher on the thigh than we probably really liked. We spent most of our time kind of pulling them down on our leg, and now you see the boys rolling them up.
Rolling the waistband and then tucking the legs up underneath their,
well, the boys don't really tuck the legs as much as the girls do, but the boys, they still roll them up and bring them up, about an inch or two above their knees. It's like, oh, my gosh, what we wouldn't have given for them to come down about another
hide,
to do a couple others. So, I guess nobody's ever happy with what they have, right?
Yep.
We all want something. But we were talking about their warm-up jerseys. They have their Panther on the side of them, and they look pretty sharp. And even the coaches have some pretty nice warm-up ones. I was looking over at Silex. I like the big owls across their black warm-up jerseys. So things are so much cooler than when we were in school.
Oh, absolutely, Marianne.
I think it's that whole they can do a few things now with graphic design.
I have to tell you, in track, we used to have what we called buffalo skin warm-ups.
Oh.
And we were so embarrassed to even show up at a school and have those on. We would take them off, leave them on the bus before we went out on the track.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I got excited because we had those nice windbreakers for basketball that had the rip-away pants. And I remember being like a sophomore and getting a pair of those. I'm like, yes, I am big time. And I was so embarrassed when I went to, if it was Bowling Green tournament or whatever, and their pom-pom squad did throwbacks, and they have them on, and I'm like, oh, man.
Come on.
Come on now. They're introducing the starting lineups for both teams right now. Again, we are adding for Silex. They have Thurman, Price, Havlick, Baragiola, and Twellman. For Monroe City, they have Talton, Hayes, Bulig, and Robertson. Of course, one of the Talton boys are on there. We will refer to them by their first names if I can get Josiah out.
And Josiah.
If I can get Josiah out, that'll be the one I stumble upon. So we are getting ready for game 1 of 2 here from the new gym. Also want to give a shout-out as another sponsor added to our list tonight, A Taste of Philly in Bowling Green.
That sounds good about now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's so quiet. I feel like everybody's listening for us, even across the gym.
Absolutely, Marianne. And when we bust out laughing, it's definitely all eyes on us. So
again, if you missed it last night, of course, Pike County Memorial Hospital here with us in both gyms each evening. We see Mr. Eric Schaefer down trying to check out Greg Ellis before this begins. Make sure Greg doesn't pull a hammy here as he's one of the refs.
Checking in with him,
And make sure, did you stretch properly? Do we need an oxygen tank by the side? Silex will be moving from our right to left here on the radio dial. Thurman will be tipping center against Bulig. But there's a couple inches difference there between the two. And we are underway. Ball in the air, and it's going to be controlled by Monroe City. Talton, Josiah with it now, hands it off to Hayes. Hayes, they're going to make me go quick tonight. Hayes with it on the near wing. He pulls up for a 3, and it's money. Monroe City starts things off in the first 10 seconds, drops a tray, and takes an early lead. Full court pressure from Monroe City as Twellman brings it across the timeline. He's working a trap in the middle of Monroe City's bench, and we're going to have a jump ball. It'll stay with Silex, but Josiah got in there and just kind of ripped the ball away from Twellman. So inbounding the basketball is Havlick. He looks, lobs it in up top with it to Price. Price working against this man-to-man defense from Monroe City, picks up his dribble. He's going to have to find somewhere to dump it off, and that's going to be a timeout. Coach Hinkie takes it to avoid the 5-second call. We'll take one as well. With 7:27 to go here in the first quarter, Monroe City leads Silex 3-0. You're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Back in the action, it is inbounding the basketball was Silex. Monroe City saves it now, bounces around a couple different times, bring it up the court, long pass up, and then there's a 3 on the way, and it's good.
Marianne, they look like they've been doing that for a while.
Yeah,
those
they
threes are something they know about.
Once or twice, it looks like they've dumped one or two of those. With the full court pressure still from Monroe City as Silex tries to get into the front court, finally in the hands of Thurman. Brings it up right in the middle of Monroe City's bench, gets it to Twellman. Twellman looking inside, working against Talton. With it, swings over to the far side, and they're going to throw it out of bounds. Another turnover for the Owls. 6-0 is our score, 6:49 to go here in the first quarter. With the basketball is Josiah. He's going to bring it across the timeline for the Panthers. Walks it across. I think it's almost like a 2-3 zone. It kind of looks like it from the Hawks. Another three on the way. And it's raining threes here in the Dale Miller Gymnasium this evening as Monroe City is on a hot streak. Still continue with the full court press. They get it in there to Twellman. Twellman working the basketball. Long throw up into the front court. Havlick with it. Gets a pick off by Monroe City. Long shot down, and there's a first two of the night that was actually deflected. I'm trying to pick up who that is. I don't have a number 20 on my roster, so we'll have to check that out. Somebody may have switched jerseys on us. Shot on the way from, there's Robertson. Nope, that's one Ethan wrote in. I was supposed to be paying attention to. Substitute now in is Dion White coming in for Robertson. See, look at Marcia taking care of me. Also, there's another sub that came in.
Well, Marianne, Ethan's taking care of me, so it's just all a team effort up here.
Team KJFM.
That's right.
Josiah, no-look pass to Bulig underneath, and that's another two on the board. Excuse me, that was Cade Chapman. So makes it 11-0. Ethan's so much quicker with the computer stuff than I am getting everything updated. I feel like it's like Becky Yates sitting here.
Well, he's a lot quicker getting them down the bleachers than I am. So
there's a steal by Hayes. Takes it in, puts it in for two, and there's another 2 points on the board for Monroe City. With that, Coach Hickey wants to take another timeout. We'll do the same. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Monroe City leads Silex 13-0. You're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
So with 5.5 to go here in the first quarter, Monroe City leads Silex by the score of 13-0. Still some full court pressure from Monroe City as they get the ball into Twellman. Twellman pushing it across the timeline, try to avoid the trap, gives it to Havlick. Havlick takes it down low, across the court to Thurman. Thurman trying to create some space, back out to Havlick. Thought about the three, instead he takes it to the paint, count the bucket and the foul. As Daniel Havlick gets on the scoreboard tonight for Silex, makes it a 13-2 game.
Looks like Cade Chapman will pick up a foul here for Monroe City. That'll be the first of the evening for either team.
So he's going for the and one. And it's good. Nice free throw shooting there by Havlick. And back to the Panthers we go. Hayes with the basketball to Talton. Now in the middle with the basketball is Joshua Talton. Taking it to the hole is Dion White. 15-3. Monroe City's still flexing that muscle, showing why they're a state-ranked team and why they've had so much success over the last couple of years as Thurman brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass up top with it to Price. Price into the paint, kicks it back out to Twellman. Now in the near corner to Havlick. Havlick takes it to the hole, and he's going to be hit with the charge. So nice positioning under the basket by the Panthers. Hayes comes out. Bulig comes back in. Looks like Joshua's going to inbound it to Josiah. And Josiah will bring it across the timeline as he waits for the call from Coach. With the basketball on the near side is Bulig. Back up top to White. Swings it far side to Chapman. Down low underneath was Bulig. His shot's up. It's no good, but he's fouled. He'll head to the charity stripe where he'll get two. And while he gets set up, let's thank us. Clopton tournament coverage this week is brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Browns Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDingers, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Buehler at the free throw line. His shot's up and good. Make it 16-3. Checking back into the basketball game is Robertson. He's coming in for Chapman. Also entering the basketball game is Perkins, Wesley Perkins, coming in for Havlick. I think somebody else came back in the basketball game for Silex. Got that one. Second free throw shot is money as well. It's continued full court pressure from Monroe City. Man-to-man defense as Joshua knocks it out of bounds on the inbounds pass.
We've got Perkins inbounding the ball. Passes it in to Price, who's bringing it up the court.
And he's at the timeline, crosses over. Still some pressure from Buehling in this man-to-man defense. Working it around, looks for the screen, tries to get from Barragiola, but there's the 5-second whistle. And so it's another turnover for the Owls. The Taunton boys again for the inbounds play. Josiah again running the point for the Panthers. Swings it near side to Buehling. Buehlig back to Joshua, swinging it over to the far side to White. Excuse me, that's not White, that is Robertson. To Josiah, back up top to Robertson. Robertson dribbles it off his foot, but it ends up in the hands of Buehlig. Buehlig at the elbow, down low, underneath, all alone on the block, cross court was White. Makes it a 19-3 game with 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. Price with the basketball. Throws it up, tries to get to Thurman to chase it, goes out of bounds. They're going to say
off Monroe City.
They're going to say Robertson touched it. So Silex lines up in the line straight across from us. They need to get into somebody before that 5 seconds is called, and they finally get in to Twellman. Twellman has his pocket picked. Ball's loose. Twellman gets it back. Twellman over on the far wing. Bounce pass to Price. Price between the circles, brings it back near side. He loses a handle on the basketball and tries to throw it down low. It's taken away by Buehlig. Buehlig behind the back pass to White. White takes it to the hole, and it's 21-3 with 3:26 to go here in the first quarter. Twellman now with it back to Twellman again over on the far wing. He stops. He tries to pop for three, but Buehlig uses all 6'3" of himself and blocks that one.
Yeah, Marianne, I do have to take back my statement. Buehlig is pretty tall out there.
Yeah,
so.
he kind of is.
Yeah. Got him up front on the press, and he moves pretty quick, too.
Okay. Silex faithful. We do not have a 34 on our roster, so we will have to check that out. As Twellman works to get the basketball in. Twellman gets it to Thurman. Thurman over on the far wing, takes it down low, looks, moving around. With the shot, it's up. No good. And making his way through, there's Bo Patterson, who's checked into the basketball game. Off to the races we go. And it is a nice tip in by Robertson. And what are we doing here?
I think somebody got knocked down, and they're just making sure he's okay.
Oh, they're just checking him out, make sure it's all good.
Yep. Thurman hit the floor pretty hard.
So we'll have to figure out who number 34 is for Silex. He's not on any of the rosters we have. With the basketball is Perkins. Perkins to Twellman. Ball's bounced around. Barragiola tries to come away with it, but it's taken away by Hayes. Hayes works it down low, kicks it near side. Working on that far wing is Robertson. Robertson loses the handle again. Back up top. Swinging it around the horn they go. Buehlig wants another three. It's off the rim. No good. And we got a rebound, but they're going to call a foul on Robertson. So Robertson picks up his first foul of the night. Second team foul for Monroe City.
That's what you call rebounding with enthusiasm,
That
Marianne.
is definitely rebounding with enthusiasm. 23-3 is our score. Guys saw Patterson or Chapman coming back in. One of the two. We'll pick him up. That's Chapman. There's a steal on the inbound pass by Buehlig. He takes it back to the hole and makes it 25-23.
25-3.
25-3. Am I already increasing the score too much? So with it is Twellman. Twellman spins, trying to get away from this trap. He finally brings it across the timeline. It's tipped, but right back in his hands, gets it down low to Barragiola. Barragiola takes it in the paint. He spins. His shot's up. It's no good, but he's headed to the free throw line. So he'll get 2 shots tonight. It'll be his first trip to the charity stripes. As Barragiola heads that way, the foul is on Patterson, his first, team's third. First free throw shot, a little hard off the back of the rim. He'll get a second. Don't forget, we've got 2 matchups for you going on here tonight. Our second one, we're going to have a lane violation. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
I was going to say, it kind of looked like offsides for football, Marianne.
It did, and I was waiting
the
to see if they were
line
going to go.
moved.
I was waiting to see if they were going to go ahead and blow the whistle or whatever. And second free throw shot is no good as well. With the basketball taken all the way down to the other end was Joshua Tolton. His shot's no good. Silex with the rebound. Long throw up. With it is Twelman. Twelman over to Thurman. Thurman over on the far wing. He looks. Baragiola holds the ball high. He's in some trouble. Tries to lob it to his teammate. And it's saves from going out of bounds by Chapman. Chapman takes it all the way down. And there's our number 34 who's going to be called on the foul. So he'll head to the free throw line. That's Chapman going.
Didn't quite have his feet set, Marianne.
Not quite. Got down there. He was trying to play catch up there a little bit. And didn't quite get there. In the other gym going on right now, Winfield leads Ellsbury 17-14 in the second. First free throw shot is up and good. Makes it 26-3. Re-entering the basketball game is Cole Fessler. Coming in for Baragiola. Also entering is Steven Salyer. Second free throw shot on its way off the rim. Ball's loose. Coming away with it is Perkins. Perkins tries to avoid getting his pocket picked. Finds Salyer. Works it around. He's in some trouble, and this Monroe City defense is just stellar. They get near side once again to Perkins. He dribbles in, has his pocket picked, but it ends back up in Twelman's hands. Perkins again over basically between the scorer's table and Monroe City's bench, and he's going to be fouled by Chapman.
It's a quick 2 picked up by Chapman, Marianne, here in the last few minutes. Silex will have the ball out of bounds.
Easy for me to say, apparently. Perkins to inbound the ball between the scorer's table and Monroe City's bench, throws it in the back court. And he brings it across the timeline, working against Owen Lindenbauer, who's in the basketball game. The screen is set, takes it over to the far wing. Bounce pass out to, tell you what, the Monroe City boys, they're not small by any means. They're kind of taking up space all over the place, and I can't see numbers. So with it is Bulick. He gets the ball on the steal. He dishes it to Hayes. Hayes runs it down, dishes it out to Lindenbauer. Shot's no good. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Monroe City. So Silex will inbound again, still some full court pressure. And work to set up these traps. With the basketball over on the far side as time is winding down. Silex puts it between the circles. Looks over there, nothing there, brings it back to the near side. Looks for the screen. Now he's just up top dribbling, and he's lost his dribble. Gets near side to Twelman. Twelman looks down underneath, and a little miscommunication there as they're trying to feed it into Perkins. However, a little teammate bumped it on its way there. We've got some more substitutions coming in. As it looks like Joshua Talton returns. Hayes with the basketball with 12 seconds for Monroe City. Brings it near side to Lindenbauer. Lindenbauer looks inside, nothing there. About has his pocket picked, gets the ball back, hands it off to Joshua Talton. He looks to drain the 3. At the buzzer, 26-3 is our score at the end of the first. We've got second quarter action coming your way next as you're listening to the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Well, Marcia, into the first quarter, 26-3 is our score. Been all Monroe City. Silex has had a few bright spots in there, but really their defense, Monroe City's defense, is just not letting Silex accomplish anything.
No, they're not, Marianne. They've really shut things down for Silex and been very frustrating as they've tried to move the ball on the offensive end.
So Joshua Tolton working it over on the far wing, crossover dribble, brings it back center court, dishes it to Hayes on the wing. Hayes brings it back up top. He's working around over on the far side against Perkins, down the far corner to Bulick. Bulick steps up into the paint. He got balls deflected, but it ends up back in the hands of Hayes. Hayes to Tolton. That's Joshua. His three's up and good.
I would have sworn that had somebody got a hand on that area.
Even if they did, it still went in. So with it is Twellman. Twellman over to the far wing to Havlick. Havlick has his pocket pick from behind by Hayes, who also wears number 10. He feeds it off to the side. Thurman tries to track it down. No luck. Ends up in the hands of Tolton again. That's Joshua. Kicks it back out to Bulick. Bulick thought about a three. Instead skips it near side to Josiah. In the near corner with it. A long three on the way. It's good by Hayes. 32-3 is our score. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Havlick walks the ball across the timeline. This patiently stands over around Lindsay's name on Ed Lindsay court. His pass is deflected. Ends up in the hands of Hayes. Hayes to Bulick. Bulick shots up. It's no good, but Joshua Tolton's there to clean it up. Knocks it back in. Makes it 34-3. Havlick with the basketball. Looking to avoid Bulick when he crosses the timeline as they've gone into a 1-3-1 trap defense here. Joshua breaks up the pass and ends up in the Monroe City bench. White is checking in now. Nope, Robertson. I will get those right before the end of the night, I promise. Robertson came in for White. So Havlick with it again. Havlick having to work against Bulick, who, again, we talked to 6'3" and has a nice wingspan. And he looks and gets the screen from Twellman. Twellman stands out there as Havlick takes it in the paint. Shots up. It's no good. With the rebound is Hayes. Hayes works to bring it across, finds Bulick over in the far corner. He eyes a three, and it's money. We got another timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. Just over 6 minutes to go in the half. Monroe City extends their lead to 37-3 as you're listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, in this game, it's 37-3, 6 minutes to go here in the half. In the old gym, Winfield leads Ellsbury 27-21 still in the second quarter. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. So Silex has the basketball as Havlick is going to walk it across the timeline. Looks like Monroe City may have manned up in their defense. They went from that 1-3-1 to a man defense. Thurman with it now, hands it off as they work the weave. Twellman to Havlick again on their wing. Havlick takes it to the free throw line at the elbow, spins, kicks it out to Twellman. Twellman working around against this defense, loses the handle. Bulick picks it up. Bulick has his pocket pick from Perkins from behind. Nice work there from Perkins to catch up with Bulick before he could get down to the basket. Havlick's going to take his time crossing the the timeline again. Havlick takes it over to the far wing, dishes it off to Thurman. Thurman to Twellman. Twellman to the elbow to Havlick again. They're working that weave out behind the arc. He's dribbling around, has his pocket picked this time by Joshua. Joshua looks, stops in the paint. It goes up. Shot's no good, but he's fouled, so he's headed to the free throw line. They're going to call that on Twellman. Looks like we've got a couple substitutions as Price and Salyers checking back in. Talton, Joshua's first free throw shot is up and no good. Also looking to we're going to talk to Coach about these numbers. I think they did a change to their roster, and they didn't inform.
Maybe Cockrell's 44?
Maybe. The second free throw shot by Talton is good. Makes it 38-3. So we will try and get these numbers straightened out for you at half. Havlik with the basketball. And he had about tried to have his pocket pick, but it looks like probably Talton's going to pick up another foul.
Yeah, and that'll be the 6th team foul for Monroe City.
So Havlik to inbound the basketball. Only Talton's first. They get into Price. Price works it around to Havlik. Havlik will bring across the timeline into the front court. He works, looks, gets it to 45, and he about has his pocket picked. And he's in the paint. His shot's up, and it misses. Coming away with the basketball, though, is Thurlman. Thurlman bounce pass inside to Price. Price goes up, and he's going to be fouled. He'll head to the free throw line. So Price will head to the charity stripe. That is the 7th team foul. So Silex could do some damage if fouling continues from Monroe City. They can make their free throws. Price, first free throw shot is up off the back of the rim. No good. He will get a second. White coming in now for Robertson. As Price stands at the charity stripe. One dribble, set, shot on the way, and it's off the front of the rim. With the rebound is Bulick off to Joshua Talton. Joshua works around, gives a head fake, dishes it down low underneath to White, and that shot's up and good. While we move back the other direction, want to thank sponsors including Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, and One Multi-Sports Complex. All sponsors of coverage this week here on Eagle 102 from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. Another timeout on the court. We'll take one as well with 4:19 to go in the half. Monroe City leads Silex 40-3 as you're listening to tournament action on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
Out of the timeout, Havlik will inbound the ball right in front of the scorer's table. Gets it into Price. Price working against Bulick in this man-to-man defense. Brings it back near side to Havlik. And it's Joshua Talton gets the steal. He runs down the other end amongst the two defenders and takes it to the hole as both Thurlman and Havlik were side by side. Havlik again with it over the far side with it to Price. Price back to Havlik again as it looks like Monroe City's gone back to their 1-3-1. Long three ball on the way from Saylor with it. Bulig had to tiptoe as he was falling out. Now another three on the way by Joshua Talton, and it's no good. Talton uses those football moves as he kind of dropped that shoulder a little bit, and all of a sudden Silex is on the floor. Bulig wants a three, and he gets another one. I don't know how many he has, but he's looking to set a record.
4, Marianne, so far.
He's going to set a record more than likely here in this tournament, possibly even this game if he keeps that up. Havlik over on the far side. He takes it in. His running one-handed shot's up. It's no good. He hits the deck. Coming away with the rebound is number 45, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Andrew Shoemaker coming in the ball game now for. Did they not call a foul?
I don't think so.
Oh, my bad. I thought they called a foul. Josiah is going to bring the ball again down the court for the Panthers. Looks to Coach for the call. Coach gives it to him. So Josiah and Joshua switched places as Joshua dishes it off to White over on the wing. White looks down low underneath to Lindenbauer. Lindenbauer has a nice spin over the shoulder type of shot there. And I think he was just showing off for his mom down here. That's okay. That was a nice move by Lindenbauer, who's listed at 5'8". He might be 5'6", but it looked good. Price with the basketball. He's in some trouble. He's trying to get down, and they're going to call it. Oh, they're going to call it jump ball. Thought they might call a little bit of a travel there, but they're letting him play here in the new gym.
Marion, I'll give you some info.
Okay.
In order for Bulig to break the record, he will have to hit 7 threes in the game, and so far, as I said, he has 4. So
I would venture to say unless something changes in the second half, he's going to break that record tonight. We'll keep an eye on that one. Another turnover by Silex, and Joshua Talton takes it to the hole. Nice right-handed layup. Lays it off the glass nice, and it's 49-3, 2:20 to go here in the first half. Havlick with the basketball. Over to the far side. Working it to the elbow, brings it to the free throw line. In some trouble as there's 3 defenders around him, and now there's a steal by Lindenbauer. He kicks it out to Josiah. Josiah over to the far side. Down underneath all alone with Shoemaker. He had to kick it back out. And it's getting a little physical out there. We know Monroe City has a good football team, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Monroe City has a stellar football team, and Silex doesn't have one. So they might keep that in mind. Bo Patterson checking back in the basketball game for Monroe City along with Kyle Hayes. I think they heard how physical this game was. I think there's 2 athletic trainers over here now from Pike County Memorial Hospital. Working with the ball is the Owls as Baragiola slashed to the paint. Nothing there. Perkins with it now on the near side. Tries to get down low to Baragiola, but goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe City. 1:38 to go in the half.
I was going to say Josiah got a hand in there and just kind of knocked it out. So Silex will have it under the basket.
Perkins to inbound the basketball. He looks, needs some help, gets it inbounds finally. Into the paint now as tries to hit Twelman as he flashes. That's just out of his reach, so it goes out of bounds. Back to Monroe City with 1:30 to go here in the half. We'll have the Sailor Satellite Center halftime report for you. In the old gym, Winfield leads Ellsbury 32-23 at the half. With the basketball is Josiah, near side to Lindenbauer. Lindenbauer looks for some help. Back up top to Josiah. He eyes the 3, and it's good. Do they have a stat in there for team threes?
Well, I'll have to get my glasses on for that one, Mary.
They didn't make the print as big as Mark Fronick did.
Right, right.
Far side with it to Twelman. Twelman back up top. They look inside. Nothing there. They work it around between the circles. Near side of Perkins. Perkins pushes it around. Loses a handle on it, gets it back now with it to Twelman. Twelman eyes a 3, and it's just a little too hard. Coming down with the rebound is Monroe City. Lindenbauer bounce pass to Patterson. Patterson's little hook shot's up. It's no good. With the rebound is Silex. Under a minute to go here in the half. Far side with it to Twelman. Twelman kicks it out. Nothing there. He's in some trouble. Have to do around. They're going to call it double dribble.
So, Marianne, to answer your question, the most 3-point field goals made by a team in one game, Wright City in 2003, and the total is 12.
Okay, we'll have you count those threes up at half. So Josiah with it, bounce pass to Patterson. Patterson looks to Hayes. Hayes brings it up top of the key between his legs over to the far side, lobs it down low to Patterson. Patterson takes it off the glass just a little too hard. With the rebound is Twelman. Twelman throws it up. Silex looking for a bucket here in the last 15 seconds. Takes it down to the block, back out top to Twelman. Twelman eyes a 3, and it's short. With the rebound is Twelman. He's going to take it back again. Shot up, no good.
Lindenbauer comes down with it.
And at the buzzer, long shot by Josiah, and that's how the first half ends. Monroe City leads Silex 52-3. We've got your Sailor and Satellite Center halftime report coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, Marcia, we kind of expected a little bit of this. It's been a tough go for the Silex Owls as they were able to put 3 points on the board in the first quarter. Is that correct?
Yeah. Daniel Havlick had 2 points and then converted one free throw, so he has the total 3 for Silex tonight.
But Monroe City, on the other hand, I think you're probably going to need a calculator, don't you? Or
your
math skills better than mine?
Listen to me, I'm telling you, they worked it out so that everything was ended up rounding up or 5s, 10s, whatever. So
we appreciate that by the way.
Absolutely. They've had pretty even scoring, had 26 points in the first quarter and 26 points again then in the second quarter for their 52 points. Right now, Bulig leads all scorers with 15 points, as I mentioned. He has 4 3-pointers.
Wow.
Again, on pace to break that record for most 3-point field goals set at the tournament. I'll just mention Wright City had 6. Gentleman named Brandon Bishop and then Joey Graham.
Joey Graham.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a whole other name for Joey Graham, bless his heart, but his comes from slow pitch softball, and we won't talk about that right now.
Well, he also put up 6 3-pointers in 2004, so we'll see what.
Even better, we dated him.
We'll see what Bulig can do in the second half. But he had 15 points for Monroe City, ended up with 10 points for Joshua Talton, who had all of those in the second quarter, 9 points for Kyle Hayes, 8 for Dion White, 3 for Josiah Talton, Cade Chapman, and then had 2 points for Owen Lindenbauer and Jordan Robertson, which rounds out their 52.
We'll take a break here on the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report. When we return, we'll catch you up on the scoring from over in the old gym. Plus, take a look at games still coming up later this evening. It is 52-3 here at the half. Monroe City leads Silex as you're listening to the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Follow Area High School sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area High School sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Well, we got it straightened out that we had John Owen, who was number 45 for the Owls, and Ian Beckham, who was number 34 for the Owls. We're glad to see that we got that straight so we can give the boys credit where credit is definitely due. Here in this gym, we are in the Dale Miller Gymnasium at Ed Lindsay Court. 52-3 is our scores. Monroe City leads Silex in the old gym. And again, we're not just referring to Jim Ross. Number 2, Winfield leads number 7, Ellsbury, 32-23, and they are getting ready to start their second half action there. Their game immediately following will be one that's probably pretty interesting to a lot of folks. I think it'll be a very good matchup as number 4 seed Louisiana Bulldogs, who've kind of, Marcia, unfortunately, it's the same story for them every year. They kind of have some really big highs, and they kind of get into some valleys, and they go back up some really big highs. And they had a really good tournament here last year, and they're going to face number 5 Wright City, and I think that's probably going to give them a little bit of a challenge that they haven't quite seen too much of this year.
Yeah, I know that Coach Smith and Coach Pitzer and the boys have been working hard over Christmas break. As I go out to the track and walk, they're at the gym practicing. And so, they're going to continue to work on fundamentals and building that team. I mean, they don't have a lot of their players are junior, sophomore mainly. So,
but the nice part is, and Coach Tony Francis talked about this last year, and it was, I think it speaks very highly of the Louisiana team, is that he fears by the sophomore class, by their time, they're seniors, they're going to be a team that nobody really wants to face because they've had all that time together. And he said, I'm keeping an eye on that. He said, I'm keeping an eye on them because he said those years together is sometimes more important than talent because you know how the other works.
Marianne, I'll tell you, those boys before even playing in school league at middle school or high school level, they played for hours on end at the Y. I mean, I can't tell you how much time I spent with those boys. Summers, weekends, and they just played. I mean, they played and played and played. And so, yeah, they've got that advantage of really spending some time together and learning kind of what works, how people move. And, yeah, they're going to be a definite team to be reckoned with in a couple years.
So that is the 7 o'clock game in the old gym. Here in the high school gym, speaking of Coach Tony Francis, he just walked out of the locker room. The Clopton boys, who are the number 3 seed, will be taking on number 6 Mark Twain. And let me tell you, Marcia, I had the privilege maybe. I don't know if it's a privilege or if I was a little scared myself. Came in yesterday afternoon to set up equipment, getting ready for last night's game, and the boys were still practicing. Coach Francis very kind to let us, set up as long as we're quiet, not interrupting. He was on those boys. He was on them and reminding them that this is their home tournament, and they have to be hungry, and they have to want this. And you could see almost the fire in their eyes after he got done getting them fired up, and they're ready to come out and play. They started the season a little on the short side as far as players went, as Gabriel Hill came off the bench over at Montgomery County. And so by, first of the season, just the first couple games. And that was quite a big difference. They have had some really good competition here through the month of December. Coach Francis said I purposefully asked Coach Matt Cannon to try and get us a harder schedule because we want that, and we want that from our boys. And again, they've answered the call just about every time that coaches put it to them. We went over, KJFM went over and broadcast as they faced a pretty tough Canton team. And I tell you what, those boys, they stepped up and they came out victorious, put on a good show. And I think that these boys are ready for this matchup. Now, Mark Twain, unfortunately, they've been in COVID protocol. So they're going to come in, probably not as many practices as they'd like to have under their belt here over the winter break. But again, they've got some names that we're going to be familiar with, and we'll see what they can do as well.
Well, Marianne, I was going to say, if Clopton's in the game, it's going to be interesting because those boys play with all heart. You don't come from Clopton and not have that fire in your belly. So.
I'm not sure when they actually give that to you when you're born in Clopton. Do you
they
wait
start feeding you in kindergarten.
I was going to say, do you wait till you actually get in school, or does it start beforehand?
No, they just have a great, sense of pride about their community, their school, and it just translates into what you see out here on the court.
Well, last year they were really lucky. Coach Francis started it. He had the idea. He got Sherry Black to help him out and bring it together. They had their Legends Banquet. And, Marcia, that was so cool. And I know that they wanted to make it an annual thing. Unfortunately, COVID came into play. But, they had Steve Frank here, and he talked about playing here and then coaching. And, you saw Ed Lindsey here talking about, coaching. You saw Dale Miller come in, and he was talking about coaching. Now, anybody who knows Dale Miller, bless his little heart, you just bring up the word basketball, and you've got that taken care of for hours. You don't have to say another word. And that was kind of fun because they're like timing him. They're like, Coach. So hopefully that's something that'll be able to come back. We're here with second half action from the new gym as Monroe City has the ball. They immediately get it into Joshua. His shot's no good. Oh, now, come on.
Going to call a foul under the basket on Havlick.
They are, as Talton. Joshua is going to put his rebound back up, and that'll be, I believe, Havlick's. No, they didn't call it on Havlick, so must have missed something else. They called it on Baragiola. Free throw shots up and no good. So maybe there was something on the backside I missed, but we all thought he was called on Havlick. It's like, come on. All right, so first free throw shot, no good. Second one on the way. It's no good as well, but Bulick gets the putback. His shot's no good, and Joshua comes away with the rebound. Finds Robertson at the free throw line now to Josiah. Josiah in the near corner to Bulick. Oh, come on. You want to break that record. He thought about the three and held up. Hayes with it over on the far side. Now, come on. You can do it. See, they're not listening. Yeah. They get it down low to Robertson, and he's going to be fouled. He will go to the free throw line.
And, Marianne, it seems like Monroe City is really kind of hesitating, which was not the case in the first half. So
no, but Baragiola picked up his second foul. Quickly back-to-back fouls, and they're going to want to keep him on the court as Robertson's first free throw shot is up, and it's no good either. Don't tell me that Monroe City went cold in the locker room. We'll give them just a minute to warm back up.
I was going to say, I don't want to jinx anybody.
No, that's normally my job. Second free throw shot, rims in and out, no good. Perkins with the rebound to Havlick. Now let's see if the Owls found some answers they were looking for at halftime. As Havlick does a crossover dribble, working against Joshua Talton. Nice ball handling there by Havlick. He takes it straight to the hole. His shot's up. It's partially deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Silex. Man, that was a nice move there. He did some great ball handling out front. Little crossover dribble, found his way through the defense and straight to the hole. Talton brothers are walking across the timeline. Over the far side to Hayes. Back up top to Josiah. Josiah brings it near side to Bulick. Bulick takes it to the near corner. Looks inside, nothing there. Back to Josiah up top. Over in the far corner to Hayes. Hayes on the wing, back up top to Josiah. He eyes that three. Here it goes, and it's down. I didn't ask you how many they had as a team. So we'll get to that. We'll have that for you by the end of the game. We'll see if records are broken this evening. Havlick trying to avoid the trap as he works again. Again, nice ball handling as he gets down into the corner. Long three on the way. It's no good by Thurlman. And it looks like we're going to have another foul. We're going to go against Hayes, and it's going to send Baragiola to the free throw line. He will get two. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. 55-3 is our score. Monroe City leads as Baragiola gets two freebies from the charity stripe. First one a little hard off the back of the rim. He'll get the second. Coach Aaron Hickey talking with Havlick down here by the scores table, getting things set up. Hopefully giving him a pat on the back for the nice ball handling he had. Second free throw shot is on the way, and it's good. Baragiola gets things started for the Owls here in the second half, makes it 55-4. So with the basketball is Josiah Bulick. Back to Josiah. Josiah swings it over to the far wing to Hayes. Hayes looks inside, nothing there. Back to Josiah, works it around the near side. Bulick right inside to Joshua. Joshua takes it to the hole. Count the bucket and the foul. He'll be going for the +1 as Havlick picks up a foul. That is his second, team's third. No, that's his third. No, yep. Should I never question Susan Loggeman and Becky Yates when they're working the scorebook and the timer and stuff down there. No way should I ever do that. Free throw shot is good. Havlick with the basketball over on the far side. Brings it near side to Perkins. Perkins works it in to penetrate. Nothing there. Picks up his dribble. Needs to create some space. It is to Havlick. Havlick loses a handle on it. Ends up in the hands of Josiah. Josiah brings it quickly back up to the front of the court. Bulick, here comes another three, and it's a little too hard. And therefore, the rebound is Josiah, but we're going to have another foul. Baragiola going to pick up his third, all three here in the first, basically 3 minutes, not even full 3 minutes of this basketball game here in the second half. guess it helps if I bring over my sheet here. And that brings in Flesser. Cole Flesser, number 23 for Silex. So with it is Joshua. Joshua Talton, he eyes the three. And rims in and out, no good. Perkins with the rebound. Perkins, one dribble, needs some help, gives it to Havlick. Havlick working against Josiah in the backcourt. About loses a handle on his dribble, now he works it again. He's going to have to get crossover. Now finally into the front court. Perkins with it. Perkins puts the ball on the court. He has it picked from behind by Joshua. Joshua works it around. He's going to stop. Tries for that Euro step and takes it to the hole. And adds another 2 points, makes it 60-4. Over on the far wing was Perkins. Perkins brings it near side to Havlick. Havlick being guarded against by Josiah. Works on the near wing, right in the middle of Silex's bench. They try to feed it to Price, and it bounces off his chest. With it is Chapman. Chapman bounce passes to Hayes. Hayes is up and good. I told you it'd only take a minute for him to warm up. Yep. Coach Aaron Hinkey has a moment that he wants to talk to his Silex Owls. We're here from some of our sponsors. With 4:58 to go here in the third, Monroe City leads Silex 62-4 as you're listening to Clopton Tournament on Eagle 102.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Other sponsors we'd like to thank this evening for providing coverage from the Clopton Invitational Tournament all week include Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, and a Taste of Philly restaurant. So it'll be Silex's basketball. And it's Twelman getting it in to Havlick. Havlick, who's playing with 3 fouls here, just under 5 to go here in the third quarter. Havlick brings it into the front court on the wing, up top near the head of Silex's bench. Switches to the left hand, takes it to the hole. His shot's up. It's a little too hard off the backboard. And Joshua Talton gets the rebound. Nice ball movement by Monroe City as White gets it in the paint there after a couple different passes from the Monroe City players. And they didn't even put the ball on the court, Marcia. They just tipped on their fingertips, and they passed it along, and next thing you know, it was in the hole. Price with the basketball to Perkins. Perkins over on the far wing working against Lindenbauer, and Lindenbauer will pick up the foul. That'll be the 5th team foul second for Monroe City. I thought I was going to get a jump on her, and still got it wrong. 60-point lead for Monroe City as Perkins looks to inbound the basketball. Gets it into Twelman. Twelman to Flesser. Flesser off his fingertips, out of bounds. So back to Monroe City we go. Don't forget, you can always catch all the Clopton tournament action this week on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, on the KJFM radio app, and on your Alexa-enabled devices, brought to you by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent. Buelig with it in the short corner, back out to Lindenbauer, now to Chapman. Chapman wants a 3, and it's money. 67-4 is our score, 3:50 to go here in the third. Over with it is Twelman over the far wing, working against Hayes in this man-to-man defense. He's working, finally dishes it off to Perkins. Perkins back to Twelman. Down low to Flesner. Flesner goes up, and his shot's no good, but he gets his own rebound, gives a head fake, and it's up again. Off the root, back of the board, no good, and here comes Chapman again. Chapman takes it all the way in, bounce passes to Hayes, and Hayes' shot's up and good. 69-4 is our score. Twelman with on the far side, gets it, tries to feed it down to Flesner. However, it's White that takes it away to Lindenbauer. Lindenbauer to Hayes. Hayes skips it near side to Buelig. Now Chapman wants another 3. It's off the rim, no good. Hayes tips it out to Lindenbauer. He thought about the 3, now to Buelig. Buelig wants another one, off the rim, no good. Ball's loose, and we're going to have a foul. Bo Patterson's going to check in now. Who did they call?
I think they called it on Tyler Twellman, Mary. Oh,
No,
nope.
they called it on Dion White. They called it on the offensive side of
Okay.
things. Third team foul for Silex. Havlet comes off. Gets a little bit of a breather with 3 minutes to go here in the third. Now Josiah is going to come in. He's going to come in for Chapman. Brock Idris definitely knows what he's doing with this Monroe City Panthers team. Had a very successful program there for several years. And it doesn't look like they're going anywhere anytime soon. So Twellman dribbles it off of Hayes' leg, and now picking up the foul is going to be Beckman. Ian Beckman, who checked in the game. He's the freshman, wears number 34 for the Owls.
That'll be his second, Marianne.
And it'll be team's fifth.
Team fifth, yep.
So Bulig will inbound the basketball. He'll get it into Hayes. Hayes steps just behind into the backcourt. Stand there for a second. Now he'll dribble it across the Hawk. Directing traffic brings it near side to Josiah. Josiah back to Hayes. Hayes over on the far wing. Back to Josiah. Looking inside. Down in the near corner to Lindenbauer. Back to Josiah. Lindenbauer to the short block to Patterson. It's taken away by Silex. It's Twellman with the basketball, and he's going to be fouled. Twellman was trying to reel in that loose pass as Bulig is going to pick up a foul. I think they said Bulig.
Yep, it's his first, Marianne. A little frustration foul there.
Well, I think he jumped, and when he turned, Twellman was trying to pick up the basketball, and he just kind of landed on him. So Beckman with the basketball now for the Owls. Working against Bulig, a little bit of a height difference there. As Beckman picks up his dribble at the circle. Needs some help, finds it from Twellman. Twellman pops it for three. It's a little hard off the rim, and Beckman with the rebound. Beckman backs up, now swings it near side. Gets it to a Sailor. Sailor takes it high off the glass. His shot's up, it's no good. Another three on the way from Beckman. Salyer, I'll get it, I promise, Salyer. Maybe I should just call him Steven. It's what? Sawyer. See, I still can't get it right.
That's what we need the kids for, to tell us how to pronounce the names, Marianne.
And every time I think I have it down, it just comes out wrong. So my apologies to Stephen and his family. With it is Beckman. Beckman working it around. Dribbles with the right hand. Feeds it into Flessner. Flessner back out to Sawyer. Is that what you said? His shot's up. It's no good. Flessner there with the rebound. His putback's up, and it's no good, but he's headed to the free throw line. And they're going to call it on Josiah.
That's his second for the night.
Teams are even up at 5 team fouls apiece with 1:40 to go here in the third. 69-4 is our score. And I had it wrong. That wasn't Flessner. Yes, it was. His first free throw shot is up and good. See, even when I think I screw up, I don't. Just can't win for losing, Ethan. Second free throw shot is money as well. 51-35 is the score in the old gym as Winfield leads Ellsbury in the fourth quarter. So we'll continue to pass those updates along to you as we move through the night. So again, Josiah is going to walk it across the timeline. As he comes across between the circles, lobs it to Joshua. Joshua in the near corner to Bulig. Another three, and it's going to be off the mark. Beckman with the rebound. He's going to push it as Bulig came from behind. I tell you what, I know the shot was denied in there by Monroe City by Joshua Talton, but Beckham had nice ball handling, and he was going to lay it up there. It just so happens that Joshua can leap buildings like a Superman and went up high.
Long arms, yeah.
Went up high and knocked it down. The ball's thrown way into the backcourt, and Beckman reels it in. He'll bring it across the timeline and picked up by Joshua. So Beckman working over on the far wing. He takes it in, and he's not scared to go to the basket whatsoever. I like to see that for the freshman from the Owls. His shot was no good. Joshua Talton comes away with it, but I tell you what, he's gonna put some points on the board as he continues his basketball career. Joshua puts another two on for Monroe City, makes it 71-6. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. So with the basketball is Beckman again. Beckman working over on that far wing. Looks inside, nothing there. Gets it into Flessner. Flessner's pocket is picked by Josiah. He pushes it out to Joshua. Back to Josiah.
Marianne, it's unbelievable, but that the Taltons are sophomores. I mean, they just
Juniors.
Juniors. Okay.
I know, but I could have swore they were seniors.
Okay.
I feel they're the ones that we feel like we've been calling their name for years. But it's probably because we call it for football, for basketball, and or at least Joshua for sure for football received all kinds of honors this year. So they're going to dribble it out here in the third, go for the last shot as we're down to 5 seconds. Joshua kicks it to Josiah. Back up to Bulick. He wants the three, and it misses. And that is how the third quarter ends. 71-6 is our score. Monroe City leads the Owls. We've got your final quarter of action coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
We head into the final quarter of our first game of the evening. 71-6 is our score. Monroe City leads this one. We kind of expected a large lead by Monroe City here this evening, as it is the 1-8 matchup.
Marianne will be on the watch for our record-breaking opportunity.
How close are we?
As we talked earlier about the 3 points scored per game, all-time high for the Clopton tournament is 12, and right now Monroe City sits at 10.
So 2 more, and they tie 3 to win it. I bet they've heard those numbers before. Beckman gets the ball to Thurlman on the near side. Back to Beckman. Beckman along the baseline. Back up top with it to Thurlman. Thurlman thought about the three, but Robertson was quick and got back in his face. Denied that one. Beckman again controlling the basketball for the Owls. Works it. Now tries to bounce pass it over to Price. Price working around. Little outsized on the court is the Owls, but I tell you what, their ball handling up here is looking good as that pass went through the arms of Salyer. Chapman takes it to the hole. His left-handed layup is up and good. So back to Beckman and we go. 73-6, 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Want to remind you again, area high school basketball all week here on Eagle 102, brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDinger's, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. So with the basketball is Price. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe City. So it will stay with Silex. Coach is doing a line change again.
Going to make you think, Marianne.
Yeah, Havlick, Perkins, Twelman, and Baragiola coming in. And it looks like Flessner will stay. And I know a couple others. Lindenbauer re-enter the ball game for Monroe City for Josiah. Now, Bulick is sitting on the bench, so I'm not sure he's going to get to break through the record tonight. Far wing with it to Twelman is taken away by Hayes. Hayes goes down, runs toe-to-toe, shots up and good. Havlick with the basketball. He's working against Chapman. Swings it back to Twelman again. Twelman working between the circles, goes far side to Havlick. Havlick working against Chapman. Takes it down into the hole, and it's good. Havlick with 2 for the Owls. Makes it 75-8. Hayes brings it across the timeline, swings it to Lindenbauer. Lindenbauer over on the far wing, back to Hayes, top of the key. Dribbles with the left hand, dishes it to Robertson. He wants the 3, and it's off the mark. Hayes with the rebound. He backs it up. Working it around. Now back between the circles. Far side to Chapman. Chapman looks. Back up top to Hayes. Hayes wants the 3. It's going to be short and go out of bounds. So with the basketball will be the Owls. Shoemaker checking back in the ball game now for Hayes. We got the running clock going on here. It's at 75-8. We're down to 5 minutes to go here in the basketball game. Far wing to Twelman. Twelman swings it. Works it over on the far side to Havlick. Havlick back up top to Twelman. Lobs it down low, wants Baragiola to chase it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Owls. We'll see if we can get an update here real quick from the other gym. That game should be close to being over. It looked like it was a tough matchup for the first half. Shot in there by Lindenbauer, and it's no good. So it's an 8-point game over in the fourth quarter over in the other gym. Right now, number 2 Winfield leads number 7 Ellsbury, 57-49.
That's pretty close, Marianne.
Havlick down with the basketball, walks it down the court. Crossover dribble, spins around, looks for some help, and it's taken away by Shoemaker. Shoemaker. Gets it down low to Robertson. His shot's up. It's no good, but it's tipped back in there by Patterson. Makes it 77-8.
That'll be his first points on the night, Marianne.
So Havlick with the basketball again. Working against Chapman up top. There's a steal by Robertson. He takes it in. Goes for the dunk. It's no good. My apologies. Got a little choke there as I thought I was going to make a big call.
Well, it looked good. It looked like it was going to be a big call, Marianne.
That it did. Got me all choked up. I was all excited. See how that goes. Whew.
Coach is kind of giving him a little what for there a little bit. You're going to do it. Make sure you finish.
Yeah, we've done that before. They got another line change going on while they do. Let's thank sponsors including Bowen Construction, Ligon Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, and One Multi-Sports Complex. We're down to under 3 minutes to go here in the game as Robertson has it into the paint. We got a foul. It's only the 16th foul.
It'll be the 4th, however, for Baragiola, Marianne. So
Lindenbauer will inbound the basketball. He smacks the ball, gets it into Chapman. Chapman works, he backs it up, finds Robertson. Robertson at the elbow, skips it far side of Lindenbauer. Back up top to Shoemaker. Now with it to Chapman. He wants another 3, and it's good. So we're at 11.
At 11, Marianne. One more, and they tie for the record.
And they got 2 minutes and 16 seconds to do it. Far side with the basketball. As Shoemaker maybe got away with a little bit of a reach. They get to Price for the Owls. Price splits the defense, takes it in the paint. His shot's up, and it's no good. Ball's loose. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Owls. So as time continues to tick away, will they try to tie it? Minute 50 will decide it. Robertson with it now. He steps in the paint. He goes up, and his shot's denied. It looks like Baragiola's probably going to sit down.
He'll be done for the night.
If they call it on. They call it on 34.
Okay.
No. Yeah, they called it on 34. Beckman picks up his 3rd. Robertson, first free throw shot up, and it's good. And Baragiola is coming out anyway. As John Owen checks in. We're down to 1:10 to go here in the ball game. Second free throw shot is up and good as well. With 1 minute left to go here in the basketball game, unless Monroe City just decides that they want to tie it, and I don't even know if they know what the number is.
I was going to say, I don't even think that they know they're knocking on the door, man.
I don't think they do either. There's a takeaway by Chapman, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Monroe City. Hey, I don't want to scare you, but Sherry Black just walked in. Maybe she's going to post up in front of you.
She is. She's going to come up here and talk to us.
She probably is. She's probably going to talk to you about those free throw records that she's still in the record books for.
We'll have to make sure and watch to see that, we shield the microphone.
With the basketball is Patterson. Patterson dishes off to Chapman. Chapman's just dribbling around. Look at them. They're going to probably try and just play this out. And in this basketball game, Monroe City is going to advance on as they defeat Silex by the final score, I think. Are they going to hold it to it? 82-8, I believe. So unless they take this last-minute shot, and they're not going to, they're going to stand there and hold it like good sportsmen that they are. So that is the final. Monroe City advances on as they defeat Silex 82-8. We've got your Abel's postgame show for you coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, we've wrapped up our first game ahead of the old gym, which looked like they were ahead of us for a little while, but we had the running clock in the fourth quarter. Monroe City advances on to beat Silex 82-8. And, Marcia, it was an all Monroe City game.
Absolutely, Marianne. They came here to play. They did adjust and, pull off their press and try and give Silex Owls an opportunity to use this as a learning experience. But they've got some very well-rounded players. Scoring came in tonight for Monroe City. We had leading the pack, Joshua Talton with 16 points. Then we had 15 contributed by Kyle Hayes and Logan Bulig. After that, 10 points by White, 11 points by Chapman, and then a handful here and there from several of their other players. But, as we talked a little bit about the records that have been set in the tournament, they did come up 1 3-point basket shy of tying that record that was set in 2003. But when we look at Silex, they had a handful of points. The majority of them came from Havlick. He had 5, had a couple points on free throws put in by Flesser.
Yeah, Flesser.
And then a free throw from Blake Baragiola. So.
All right. In the other gym right now, it is a tight game as time is winding down. Winfield leads Ellsbury by 6, 62-56. We'll have that final for you coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the pregame show as the host team, Clopton Hawks, will take on Mark Twain right about 7 o'clock. You've been listening to Clopton Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Marion Everhart, Marcia Garrison in for you on game 2 after Monroe City defeated Silex by the score of 82-8. Winfield went ahead and beat Ellsbury 67-59. So that game moves as it was supposed to. You know, as number 2 seed Winfield.
Expected, yeah.
Number 7 seed Ellsbury. So no overtime in that one, but it looked like it got close right there towards the end. So, again, Monroe City advances on. They're going to face the winner of the game going over in the middle school gym, not the middle school gym, the old gym right now. And that's number 4, Louisiana, taking on number 5, Wright City. Winfield will face the winner of the game we're about to have here for you as number 3, Clopton will take on number 6, Mark Twain. We'll tell you all about it during the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 pregame show is coming up, brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Marcia Garrison, Marion Everhart in with you for the second game tonight from the new gym here at Clopton High School. And at what point does this become no longer the new gym?
Oh, gosh, Marion. It should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's going on.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I know it's over 20 years old, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I mean, you stop thinking about it, we're in 2021. I think in 2001 they had this gym.
God, yeah.
Because in 2005 is when the Laurels won first place, and it was for like 4 or 5 straight. It was over 100 games. I'm almost so positive it was over 100 games that the girls did not lose a home game here.
Oh, my.
So, yeah, I think it was pretty – I could almost swear to you that I remember attending the 1999 basketball tournament here in this gym. I could almost swear it, but I could be wrong. You know, time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely. In my mind, the years just all kind of fade together now, Marion.
I can understand that. I definitely understand that because what we're talking about is the 25th annual Clopton Invitational Tournament, and the Clopton boys are on the court warming up now as they're going to take on Mark Twain. Now, Mark Twain, Cody McCann, the athletic director over there, was so nice to let us set up. And we got to go over and watch the Mark Twain girls take on Bowling Green. Unfortunately, the Mark Twain boys were in COVID protocol, so they didn't get to play. So, we've kind of kept up with them score-wise, and they've given some teams some challenges in the games that they've been able to play. They went over to Monroe City Tournament, did some nice things over that direction. But we know how it is when you're off for a little bit. Sometimes things take a little while to warm up. And if that's the case, Clopton may capitalize pretty early.
Yeah, Marianne, you look out on the court and you look at your rosters, and Mark Twain really fields a pretty young team.
They do.
They've got a couple seniors. However, Clopton starts 4 seniors and a junior, and so I think that experience level is also going to contribute to what we see tonight on the floor.
I agree. And one other thing, I got a chance to talk to Daniel Harvey's grandmother this last week, and she was informing me that a lot of these seniors that are playing right now, they've been playing together since like 2nd or 3rd grade, so they've got history there together as well. And I tell you, Marcia, I've talked about this just about every game we've done. I like this drill that the Clopton Hawks are running out. They're working on basically taking charges. That is what they're doing, and it has come in and benefited them this season. We've watched them take a number of charges and just had this discussion with some friends of ours. The charges, they're so picky. They're kind of because they're up to the discretion of the referee, actually. And because, they have to decide where your feet set, were you in the correct position, were you there? And someone said, that's not fair that, they hand out charges, someone who's not exactly a basketball fan. And I said, the young players, like, I don't want to take a charge. I'm like, no, you need to do that. I don't know about you when you were playing basketball, but we got rewarded if we took a charge.
Yep.
Now, ours was a simple soda, but hey, soda's a soda during basketball season. We'll take it. But I said, you got to do what you can to get your team to win. And taking a charge, that puts a foul on them. Sometimes it puts you on the free throw line, and those are ways to score points. So learning to take those charges is absolutely fantastic, and I love seeing them run that drill.
Yeah, they're picking each other up off the court, Marianne, after they, have taken the charge. But there's some pretty good guys, pretty big-sized guys falling down there. So
there are, and we've seen it a number of years. There's a lot of players around the area we've seen take charges and do it well. But I have to tell you, Clopton alum Stephen Talbert mastered that. I was telling this gentleman before, I actually saw where, like, had a picture or whatever, where he is falling back before the guy even touches him, but he times it just right that he falls back, and he would get that charge call. And I tell you what, when you have talent and knowledge like that, that's going to get you a lot of places. And I think that's probably some of the stuff that we're going to see tonight from Clopton. As mentioned, Coach Francis talked about how pumped up he was getting his team, wants them hungry for this tournament championship. And we'll see if that pays off tonight. But you can't rule out teams like Mark Twain. They look small. They're short. The Clopton definitely has a height advantage, but there could be speed back there. We're watching them do some fadeaway jumps from behind the threes, and they're not by any means, slacking on that end. They're going to be able to knock down some ones as well.
They've got a pretty deep team, Marianne. I mean,
they've got a nice deep bench for them, so we'll be anxious to see how that goes for them. We're going to talk about keys to the game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate next as the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show continues here on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to tonight's game, Marcia, I think for Mark Twain, they're going to have to get inside. We mentioned that the height difference between Clopton and Mark Twain is pretty significant when you look at Gabriel Hill, Riley Walker, Zach Evans, Mason Street, Daniel Harvey, Evan Loggeman. Height-wise, just from where we're at, looking down there, they're going to have to get inside, and they're going to have to use those bodies to push the big guys out of the way to try and get those rebounds.
Well, they're going to have to try and draw some fouls on them, Marianne.
That too.
Mark Twain may be able to get the big guys to start putting up some fouls, and that could be concerning. But Clopton's got some size inside. I mean, big guys.
Big guys. Of course, Mark Twain, if you can get them to draw the fouls, you're going to have to put those free throws in the hole. Scoring points when the time's not running, that is a key, and we have seen so many games over the years won and lost by free throws. You lose count after a while. So free throws is going to be your key tonight. Also take care of the basketball. And this sounds kind of goofy. People will be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, but take the right shot. We've seen a lot of teams. We saw a little bit last night with the Wright City girls where they were just pushing and rushing shots and not taking the right shot.
Yeah, they'd work so hard and then just throw up something that didn't even have a prayer of going in. So
take your time, run your offense, run your defense. Mark Twain has a new coach this year, a familiar name, especially in the EMO conference. And to Bowling Green fans everywhere, Jared Ackright has taken over for Cody McCann as the head coach. And I'm watching some of the drills that Mark Twain is doing down here, and I like seeing them. They're jumping to the ball and then moving away and jumping to the ball and moving away. And Coach Ackright getting out there with them now, give him a little bit of a pep talk here, which is always good as well. So Mark Twain, the number 6 seed, we'll see how they come out after being set down with COVID protocols for a little while. Clopton, they actually had a couple games over Christmas break. They faced Orchard Farm, which they won. They faced Community R6, which they won. So they have a little momentum going their direction as well. And they're working on rebounding on their end of the gym, which is kind of what we were just talking about. I think rebounds is probably going to be the biggest key tonight. Also, want to remind everybody that we have games for you all week here on Eagle 102, on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com. If you haven't downloaded the KJFM Radio app, we highly suggest that you do that as well. And if you have Alexa-enabled devices, we've got that taken care of for you, too. Clopton tournament coverage all week this week brought to you by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent. Clopton is running their last couple drills here as they get warmed up and everybody dives on the court. Marsha, do you think we could dive on the court like that?
Not this week.
Not this week?
Not this week.
I think we're going to hold it just for a second. I believe they're probably going to do the national anthem. If so, we will send it back to the station for the national anthem. We'll be back with your starting lineups and opening tip. I just want to clarify, because I see Matt Cannon standing over there holding the phone like he's getting ready to trigger it. And both teams are at their bench. So it looks like they're getting ready for that. So we've got your starting lineups, opening tip after the national anthem here on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug booth,
It's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We will start with the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. The Mark Twain Tigers in the road blues with white numbers and black trim. They're starting a 5'9" sophomore wearing number 1, Lucas McLeod. I had it right the first time, didn't I?
Yep.
A 5'10" junior wearing number 3, Chase Hanner. A 5'9" senior wearing number 12, Dawson Leak. A 5'9" sophomore wearing number 21, Jackson Lake. And a 6'3" sophomore wearing number 35, Josh Brothers. For the Clopton Hawks, they're in their home white jerseys, black numbers and red trim. They're starting a 6'2" senior wearing number 1, Daniel Harvey. A 6'2" junior wearing number 33, Mason Street. A 6'4" senior wearing number 34, Gabriel Hill. A 6'1" senior wearing number 42, Riley Walker. And a 6'2" senior wearing number 44, Zach Evans. So I think you heard a bunch of 6 foot, 6 foot, 6 foot, and 6 foot. From Mark Twain, you got 5 foot, 5 foot, 5 foot. Now, of course, I don't know that there's much exaggeration going on these.
Nope.
I think they're probably about as close as we've seen it. Clopton is moving from our left to right. Harvey will be jumping center, if I can say it, against Brothers. Ball's in the air, and here we go. And that was a long hit.
Got up.
And
Yep.
Clopton looks like they're going to take it, except for it rolls out of bounds. Last touched by Mark Twain. Oh, and look, what are we saying here? The ladies are going to clarify it down here. Yep, they're clarify it. Yep, we're good. We're going to Mark Twain. They're on it, I'm telling you, as Evans inbounds the ball. He lobs it up to Harvey. Harvey to Evans. Evans working on the near wing. He steps up, backs it up, swings it to Harvey again behind the arc. Top of Mark Twain's bench, swings it to Riley. Riley over in the far corner to Street. Street drives that baseline, and he's immediately going to be fouled. I've talked about before, and I was talking actually with Daniel Harvey's grandmother about it. Daniel Harvey is really a quiet threat on the court. And Gabriel Hill goes up. He gets the first buckets of the night as Harvey, leads the team up there in that point position. But you don't ever hear much out of him. And when he scores, it's really almost a silent one. He just sneaks up on you. Lake with the basketball. Swings over to the far side to Leak. Oh, Leak and Lake. We know that Marianne's going to get that screwed up all night. Lake with it once again between the circles. He's guarded by Evans back to near side to McLeod. McLeod looks now to Leak. Again over the far side to Hanner. They try to feed it over on the far wing to Lake. It goes out of bounds. Back to the Hawks we go. Evans will inbound the ball to Walker. About three-quarter court defense. No, they pick up Walker in the backcourt. That's McLeod. Throws it up to Evans. Evans finds Harvey, but it's taken away. Coming away from there is Brothers. Brothers dishes it off to Lake. Lake brings it near side to McLeod. McLeod shots up, and it's good. Mark Twain gets on the board, and they take their first lead of the night, 3-2, 6:52 to go here in the first quarter. Hill with the basketball. Back to Evans. Evans finds Harvey. Harvey bounce pass to Walker. Walker spins at the block. His shot's up. It's no good. Street with the rebound. He kicks it out to Harvey. Harvey loses a handle, gets it back to Street. Street to Harvey, now to Evans. Evans over to the far wing to Riley Walker. Walker bounce pass inside to Hill. Hill tries to create some space up off the glass. It's too hard. With the rebound is Brothers. No, and coming back. Oh, I thought maybe Evans tipped it back in the way it looked like it fell through. So with it is Lake. Lake will bring it across the timeline to McLeod. McLeod over on the far wing. He looking for Leak. Daniel Harvey shuts him down. They finally get into Leak over in the far corner. He's in some trouble, as I believe Street's going to pick up a foul as he was trying to swat that away.
Well, I tell you, Marianne, with all those long arms in there, the corner is not the place you want to be.
No, it is not. And I tell you what, they don't want to be on that far corner over there because of the height. We can't see Mark Twain.
Right.
So McLeod gets it in to Lake. Lake, long three. Yeah, it's no good. Gabriel Hill with the rebound and kicks it up to Harvey. Harvey throws a long one up to Evans. Evans goes high, pulls it down almost like he's back at that wide receiver position. To Street, to Hill. Hill at the elbow. He steps into the paint, kicks it back out to Evans. To Street. Street drives that baseline. He's underneath, and he's going to be fouled. Hanner's going to pick up his first foul. It's going to send Mason Street to the free throw line. While Street is there, one of the thank sponsors of Clopton tournament coverage all week here on Eagle 102, brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDingers, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Free throw shot is up and good, ties it at 3 apiece. Mason Street has a second one coming. Connor Eckler checking in the basketball game now for the Tigers. Second free throw shot is off the mark. It hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim. It falls off the front as Eckler has it now for the Tigers. Across the timeline, dribbling with the left hand at the top of Clopton's bench. Works it around, swings it inside to Brothers. Brothers back to Eckler. Eckler takes it to the hole, and it's going to go out of bounds. He was looking for the foul. Didn't get the call.
Yeah, Marianne, you're not going to go inside against Clopton and not get some contact.
Yeah, I think that's probably a safe bet at that point. Evans with the basketball to Walker. Walker cross court to Hill. Hill back to Evans. Evans over on the far wing, backs up behind the arc, looks for some help, finds it from Hill. Hill down the block, tries to create some space, makes some room, and they're going to call a travel. So Gabriel just shuffled his feet a little bit in there at the block position as he was trying to create the space and get a little further under so he could spin. McLeod with the basketball. Dribbles with the right hand, guarded against by Harvey. Swings it near side to Eckler. Eckler looks. He was looking down inside to Leak. However, Leak was cutting in as he was throwing the ball out. 3-3 is our score. 5:04 to go here in the first quarter. Walker to Evans. Evans up to Street. Back to Walker near side. Walker in the far corner to Harvey. Harvey back up top to Evans. Evans' feet are set. She wants the three, and it's good.
Now, Marianne, back in my world with basketball, the big guy didn't shoot from three-point range.
Marcia, there's not a big guy. There's not a small guy out there for Clopton. So there's a steal by
wonderful.
Street. Street's going to take it all the way in. He works his way around. His shot rolls up and good. So back with the basketball is Eckler. It is 8-3. 4.5 to go here in the first. Near side with it to Leak. Leak in the near corner to Eckler. Eckler, a basket at the end of Clopton's bench. He dribbles with the right hand, finds Brothers at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Lake over on the far corner of McLeod. McLeod back to Lake, near side to Hanner. To Lake. Nope, that's to Leak. I knew I was going to get him backwards. So with it now is McLeod. McLeod spins around, takes it all the way down the baseline. He kicks it back out, and it's right in the hands of Evans. And the numbers are in Clopton's favor as Evans is going all the way, lays it off the glass, and it's good. 10-3 is our score. 3:45 to go here in the first. Mark Twain's had a 1-point lead for just about a minute, and now they took it back over. Leak finds Brothers at the free throw line. He feeds it down underneath. A nice overhead hook shot, and it's another 2 points in there for Hanner. Evans loses the handle of the basketball. Picked up by Brothers. Brothers going to take it in. It's just him against Hill. He takes it and lays it off the glass. Hanner with a nice left-handed layup. It's 10-7. The Hawks looking for an answer here as Evans finds Street to Walker. Walker to Harvey. Harvey on the near side on the wing. Tries to bounce, pass it down low to Hill. Hill back to Walker. Walker creates some space, and he takes it up, and it's off the glass. 12-7 our score. 3 minutes to go here in the first. So Eckler slows it down just a little bit. See, he walks it across the timeline, picked up by Street, gets it to Hanner. Hanner wants a tray. It's no good. Ball's loose. Here comes Evans with it. He sees Riley Walker up front. Riley Walker pass to Street. Street crossover underneath the basket for the hook shot, and it's good. It makes it 14-7. Timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Clopton leads Mark Twain 14-7. You're listening to Clopton basketball tournament action on Eagle 102.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
We have some subs in for Clopton as Evan Loggeman checks in along with Tyler Coons and Logan Dalrymple. It's Mark Twain's basketball as Eckler brings it across the timeline. He's picked up by Harvey. He's working around, dribbles with that left hand, takes it in, down to the block, needs to create some space, shots up. Oh, it's no good. With rebound is Loggeman. Loggeman throws it up top to Harvey. Harvey pushes it up. He's going to go all the way in for the hook shot. It's no good. Loggeman there for the putback. In some trouble, tries to fish it out, and coming away with it is Lake. Lake gets it into the hands of, still has it himself. Can't get in the hands of anybody. Swings it to McLeod over on the far wing now. He's guarded by Kuntz in this man-to-man defense. On the far corner to to Tanner. Back up to Lake, near side with it to Eckler. Eckler looks inside for Brothers, nothing there, so back up top to McLeod. McLeod bounce pass inside to Brothers. Brothers working against Loggeman. Kicks it back out again. They reset this offense. In the near corner with it is Eckler. Eckler back up top. Lake has it. He looks for the three. It's off the front of the rim, and it's going to be an offensive foul. And I think they're going to tag Brothers with it. And Mason Street's going to come back in the basketball game, along with Gabriel Hill. Daniel Harvey and Zach Evans are going to get a little bit of a breather here as Clopton has the lead 14-7, 1:37 to go here in the first quarter. So Dalrymple gets it in to Kuntz. Kuntz is looking back to Dalrymple. In the middle to Street. Now to Loggeman. Loggeman tries to feed it inside to Street, but it's knocked away. Ends up in the hands of the Tigers. Bringing it back crosses Hanner. Hanner bounce pass down low, but Dalrymple picks it off. Ends up back in the hands of Mark Twain again. Oh, big denial there by Gabriel Hill. He tips it around and gets it back himself. Shot over top of everybody. He's fouled. He's going to the line. And Gabriel Hill, they list as 6'4". I would say he's at least 6'4".
Yeah. Sure he felt taller to that Mark Twain player.
I'm sure he did. Picking up his first foul is Eckler. So Hill stands at the charity stripe. First free throw shot on the way. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Loggeman comes out. Walker returns. Coach Francis talking with Loggeman a little bit. As Hill's second free throw shot is on the way, and it's good. I hear Mark Twain's coach Ackright, yelling, go, 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 go. So he's wanting to do this up and down offense as well. On the near side with it is Lake. Lake looks inside, nothing there, puts the ball on the court, picks up his dribble, back at top to McLeod. McLeod working against Kuntz. He's directing traffic far side to Devin Whaley, who's checked in the basketball game. Whaley wears number 30 on his back. He's going to go down the block. He loses the handle, goes out of bounds. We're down to 44 ticks to go here in the first quarter. Walker with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. Now to Dalrymple at the half-court line to Street. Street near side to Walker. Walker kicks it back out to Hill. Hill saves it from going out of bounds. He's going to take it to the hole now. And they're going to nail him with the charge. Nice positioning in there by Mark Twain to draw that charge. We talked about that in the pregame.
Mark Twain didn't practice it in front of everybody, Marianne, but I feel like that was
that is definitely something that has been practiced.
Yep.
He was able to stand in there, take the charge. Gabriel Hill picks up his first foul, second team foul for Clopton. 15-7 is our score. Less than 20 ticks to go here in the first quarter. Clopton on top. Eckler with it over on the far wing. Looks inside. His players just a little miscommunication there. They're going to get that lined out. As we're down to 9 seconds to go in the first. Well, they're going to say it was last touch by Clopton. Guess they're going to say it must have, as they were going through the defenders there, must have touched one of them. And they get into Hanner. Hanner wants a three, and it's no good. With it is Kuntz. Kuntz pushes it up. He finds Walker. Walker goes all the way up. It's too hard. Street there to clean it up, and it's good. Mason Street adds the bucket as the time goes off. Clopton has the lead by 10, 17-7 at the end of the first. We've got second quarter action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Marcia, that's been a fun first quarter here. Clopton has a 10-point lead, but man, Mark Twain, they're feisty.
They are, Marianne, and they're really taking it to Clopton. But I will tell you, the train that is Clopton is really, I mean, they're bringing it. Nobody's getting in the lane for free, and they're moving pretty quick on offense.
So with the basketball is Eckler. Eckler swings over to the far side to Whaley. Whaley looks inside. He's guarded by Walker, still in this man-to-man defense. Back to Eckler. Eckler between the circles, dribbles with the right hand, about has his pocket picked as Riley Walker kind of reached in there. Oh, we have another new player in the game. That is Dakota Preston with his Lake. Lake on the near side, right at the head of Clopton's bench, gets it down low to Brothers. He shoots over top the defense, and he drains another two, makes it 17-9. Harvey again directing traffic for the Hawks. Brings it across the timeline, dishes it off to Evans, who's at the head of Mark Twain's bench on the near side. Back to Walker. Swings it to Harvey, down low to Hill. Hill goes up, lays it off the glass, nice and easy, big man style. Makes it 19-9, back to that 10-point lead. 7 minutes to go here in the half. With the basketball is Lake. Lake bounce pass to Brothers. Brothers goes up, his shot's up and good.
He's on a run here, Marianne.
He is, brings it back to within 8. Harvey over to the far side to Walker. Walker works around past Preston, loses a handle on his dribble, but is able to feeds it to Evans. Evans goes cross court to Gabriel. Gabriel takes it up. He kind of thought about the dunk. I think he might have learned from the last game and just laid it off the glass and brought it back to that 10-point lead. 21-11. As Harvey gets the steal now, he throws it to Walker. Walker's looking. Evans pointed high, kind of let him know they couldn't get to that pass just yet. Street with it over on the far wing. He works it around, brings it back near side to Harvey. Harvey's going to take it in. He'll take it off the glass. It's no good. With the rebound is Brothers. Kind of missed the glass and floated over the rim. With it is Preston. Lakota Preston with it back at top to Lake. Lake dribbling around, guarded against by Evans. Evans not coming out and putting the pressure on just yet. As Eckler tries to create some space from Street. Back near side to Preston. Preston takes it down. He's on the block. Into the paint is Brothers. Brothers shots up and good. And they're going to have to get a body on Brothers. Long throw up to Street. Street takes it high off the glass. It's too high. With the rebound is Preston. Preston is looking. He's going to hold up just a little bit. Takes it in the paint. Kicks it out. Missed. Taken away by Harvey. I talked about his silent contributions. Here comes Evans. Evans all the way in. And nice. He did the NBA step style to the basket.
I think he's been watching a couple games, Marianne.
1 or 2, I'm sure. Yeah. Preston Lake with it, brings it near side to Eckler, and then the Brothers. Now Hill has it. Is he going in? He takes the steps all the way up and fingertip rolls it in. Gabriel Hill with the steal and the points with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 25-13 is our score. Clopton's been in basically the lead the entire game. Mark Twain had the lead for just a few moments. They try to feed it down low. Mark Twain does, and it's out of the reach of their players. So now Kuntz and Dalrymple check back in for Hill and Walker. Oh, Coach Ackright. We're going to talk about this.
Mass substitutions there.
Mass substitutions. Leaks back in the basketball game along with McLeod, Lake, Preston, and Hanner in for Mark Twain. Evans with the basketball. Nice. Reaching is going to go to the hole. His shot's no good, and we got another charge. So, again, Clopton may have been practicing it, but Mark Twain's taking advantage of it.
Marianne, I just want to say that I personally didn't feel that that the defender was set, but,
we may be handing out a few Emmys,
right?
A few Oscars tonight, but, hey, what did we say? Use what you got to get what you want.
Yep.
And they're using whatever they can get to benefit their team. So, hats off to the Tigers. That they've been working on their trap defense. So right now, Lake has it, and he about has his pocket picked by Street. It goes out of bounds. We'll see if it comes into play in the end, because there is that time, too, that you have to kind of watch who you get the charge on, because it could just make them mad. With the basketball is Lake. Lake dribbles over on the far wing. Spin moves, tries to get away from Evans. Back up top between the circles to Leak. Leak's looking inside, finds near side to McLeod. McLeod works it with the right hand to Hanner. Hanner works behind that arc. He's tried to put up a couple threes already this evening. McLeod with it now. Working around, backs it up. He's guarded against by Kuntz. With it, it's Hanner. Hanner takes it down. He runs right into Riley Walker, and they're going to tag. Oh, they're going to call travel. I thought for a second they were going to tag Riley Walker as he reached in for that basketball. Walker's coming out. So is Leak. Brothers comes back in, and Harvey returns. So a little full court trap trying to put on here by Mark Twain as Evans works it, throws it up front to Kuntz. Kuntz to Dalrymple on the near wing. Back to Evans. Evans swings it to Harvey. Harvey, I thought for a second he was counting on his fingers the way he's wiggling his fingers there. Street in the middle of Mark Twain's bench. Back to Kuntz. Kuntz knows he wants to shoot, but he's playing ball here. Coach Francis said by the time you tell Tyler Kuntz to shoot, he's probably already shot half a dozen times. And he tries to take it to the hole there and draws the foul, so he's going to go to the free throw line. He'll get a chance to shoot too, and that's going to go against McLeod. That's his first. 25-13 is our score. 3:23 to go here in the first half. See if we can find an update for you from the other gym as the first free throw shot is off the mark. Right now, Louisiana is beating Wright City 20-14 in the first quarter. Second free throw shot this time is a money by Mr. Kuntz. So with the basketball is Lake. Lake dribbling around. He takes it and penetrates, and he's going to travel. I thought for a second they were going to let him get away with it. Little late call there.
I was going to say, the way he reacted also contributed to the whistle being blown. So it was like, I did something I wasn't supposed to.
Did I do that? Yeah. I needed almost a sounder from Steve Urkel. Did I do that? There's a steal by Mark Twain. They'd take it to the other end and just, they had a nice run there going. They got the nice steal, was able to bring it in. And then when they went to pass, it was just partially deflected. But last touch, Mark Twain. So it's back to Clopton with 3 minutes to go here in the half. Again, want to remind you, Clopton tournament coverage all week brought to you by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, and One Multi-Sports Complex. Mason Street, back to Harvey. Harvey directing some traffic, now finds Street to get in the middle of the Mark Twain bench. He takes it high off the glass. It's too high. And coming away with it was Preston, but Street brings it back the other direction, and Kuntz saves it from going out of bounds. Puts it in
teamwork, Marianne.
Yeah, it is. Puts it in the hands of Harvey. Harvey back directing traffic. Swings it to Kuntz over on the far side. Back near side with it to Street. Street looks inside. Nothing there. Puts the ball on the court. He's being guarded by McLeod. McLeod putting some pressure on him, so he dishes it off to Harvey. Harvey brings it near side to Dalrymple. Dalrymple still working to Kuntz. Kuntz lobs it to Evans at the elbow. Evans stops. One and out to Harvey. Wants a three. In and out. No good. With the rebound, though, is Mark Twain, because nobody's under the basket for the Hawks. So Eckler swings it to McLeod. Okay, I lied. I want to mic up Coach Ackright. That's what I want to do. Eckler up top with it to Preston. Preston takes it in, and there's a charge the other way. Preston stopped. Zach Evans saw the opportunity, made contact, and so now we're going to play the charge game.
Yep.
So
players figure out who they're going to sell that to, Marianne.
Not as much as coaches figure it out. So with the basketball is Harvey. Gabriel Hill comes in for Evans. Harvey gets it to Dalrymple, who gets it straight back to Harvey again. Harvey directing everybody around to Dalrymple over on the far wing, inside to Hill. Hill works his way around, makes some space, shots up. It's good, not good, but he is going to the free throw line.
Josh Brothers will pick up his second foul, Marianne.
I feel like I need to make the joke that Gabriel Hill got his height from his mom. Do you know Tylee?
Yes.
As she's sitting over there. First free throw shot from Gabriel is up and good. And then I look over and see his dad. I'm like, no.
I was going to say, maybe he got his free throw shooting from his mom.
I'm still going to probably go, no. So Gabriel Hill at the free throw line for his second. It's on its way, and it rims in and out, no good. With the rebound is Mark Twain. They push it up on the court. Man, they are a feisty team. Lake with the basketball. Bounce pass inside. Nice ball movement by the Tigers. But Riley Walker comes up big with the denial from behind and avoids making contact, so he doesn't draw the foul. Mark Twain will keep it under their own basket. Eckler, he looks up top with it to Lake. Lake back on the near side of Eckler. Eckler to McLeod. McLeod working around. He's dribbling up there. Whaley's waiting for it. Gets it over on the far wing. Whaley looks, brings it back, hands it back to McLeod. McLeod's taking it in all the way to the block. He shoots. It's no good. With the rebound, though, is Harvey. Here comes Walker. He throws it up to Street. Street stops, lays it off the glass, nice and smooth. Makes it a 29-13 game with less than a minute to go here in the first half. So Lake with the basketball again. Swings over to the far side of McLeod. McLeod to Hanner. Hanner, he's put up some nice three-point shots that just haven't fallen for him this evening to Whaley. Back to Hanner again. Look, he shoots over top of Hill this time, and that's a big hill. That's a big hill to shoot over top. And they come up and try to smack the basketball out of his hands. Good job not drawing the foul, but they find Gabriel Hill all alone underneath the basket. Daniel Harvey does. He gets a nice assist there and extends that lead 31-13 as time's ticking down here in the first half. We're under 20 to go. Street's going to pick up Eckler as he crosses the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand. Takes it all the way in. Kicks it back out to Hanner. Hanner sees the space. He goes up. His shot's no good. Walker with the rebound. Walker gets it off to Harvey. Harvey stops. Pops for three at the buzzer. It's no good. Koontz puts it back and just misses it right there at the buzzer. And at halftime, Clopton heads into the locker room up 31-13. We've got your Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, I tell you what, Marcia Garrison, you wouldn't think that the point differential is really what it is based on the excitement of this basketball game. But right now, Clopton leads Mark Twain at the half, 31-13, and it feels like it should be a much closer game. Mm-hmm. Because I tell you what, I know I've said it probably at least a half a dozen times, and I'm going to say it again. Mark Twain is feisty, man. They're getting in there, and they're making Clopton work for their shots.
They really are, Marianne. They've just got to finish on some of the shots that they take and make sure that their shot selection is best possible. I mean, they work so hard to get it in there and just to throw it up. Again, they just need to really be choosy with their shot selection.
Well, you know, we were talking about before, Clopton's not a small team size-wise, height-wise, and they're having a little bit of trouble shooting over top of them. And I can't say that anybody blames at this point when, you know, your tallest player on the court, when he's out there, Josh Brothers, he's 6'3". Everybody else is 5'10" or shorter for the most part. And it really takes some arc to get over top of a 6'4" Gabriel Hill when his hands are straight up in the air. You're shooting pretty high arcing shots.
Absolutely, Marianne. And I tell you that Josh Brothers has had the best luck out there so far for Mark Twain. He's put up 8 points tonight, and then there's been a couple put in by McLeod and Hayner. For Clopton, though, again, the story's Hill. He's got 12 points. He put up 9 points in the second quarter. Mason Streets contributed 9 for the first half, 7 for Zach Evans. Again, we talked a little bit about Daniel Harvey. He's not on the board with points at this point in time, but he has 2 assists and several steals. And so just a good rounded contribution by all of the players. The coaches are substituting in so they can keep fresh feet on the floor. But again, the guys and their size from Clopton, they move like they're smaller. They have ease as they're moving, and they just are a force to be reckoned with coming down that middle.
And we were talking a little bit about as far as Mark Twain goes. They've seen some nice things come off the bench, and their ball handling when they're not moving to the inside, when they're moving around the arc, their ball handling is really good. They've moved the ball well.
Yeah, they do. Again, Harvey has some really long arms. He's picked up a couple steals on him there. The size that Clopton has, it just makes him difficult to pass over and around. And so, right now Mark Twain has 4 turnovers to Clopton's 2.
So really, it's been a clean game.
It has, and the refs are letting them play. We have seen a couple of theatrical plays under the basket in the lane.
Let's just say there's been 3 charges handed out, and probably all 3 deserve an award of some sort.
Absolutely.
But hats off to the players for staying there and taking them. Yeah. I don't really want to rub this in too terribly much, but I noticed that Coach Ed Lindsay and Sherry Black are looking at their names on the wall. They're checking out their banners, and I don't blame them when you get to do that. This is the first time we see Coach Lindsay here at the tournament. We know that if Dale Miller's not here, he's definitely tuned in.
Probably not far.
He's keeping an eye and an ear on everything here at the tournament. We'll take a quick break on the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report. We'll recap games that already took place tonight and set up girls semifinal action for you tomorrow night as you're listening to the Clopton Invitational Tournament here on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Halftime over in the old gym. It's Louisiana leading Wright City 38-22. So we'll keep an eye on that game. Again, Louisiana looking to advance on to face Monroe City on Thursday night in semifinal action after Monroe City defeated Silex 82-8. If Louisiana pulls off the win or holds on to win that one, then Wright City will face Silex in the old gym. Our first, that was our first game. The first game of the night in the old gym had #2 Winfield holding on to beat #7 Ellsbury 67-59. That game got, I believe, within 5 down to the final few minutes. And then looks like Winfield went to the free throw line and dropped some Winfields to give them the win. So the winner of this game will face Clopton at 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. The loser will face Ellsbury in the old gym. Last night we had some exciting basketball for you here. It was girls opening round action. #1 Monroe City defeated #8 Louisiana 81-13. Monroe City will now face number 4 Ellsbury tomorrow evening at 5:30 in the new gym, as Ellsbury took it to overtime to beat Silex 48-38. So Silex and Louisiana will square off tomorrow night in the old gym at 5:30. Our second game here in the new gym last night, number 2 Clopton defeated number 7 Wright City 59-27. So Clopton will now face the upset of the tournament, as number 6 Winfield took it to overtime to beat number 3 Mark Twain 55-53. So Clopton and Winfield will go at 7 o'clock in the new gym, and Wright City and Mark Twain will go in the old gym. That'll take care of the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. We've got second half action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Marion Everhart, Marcia Garrison in with you as we're getting ready to start second half action here from the new gym, where Clopton leads Mark Twain 31-13. And Marcia, I think I saw something I don't know that I've ever seen before.
What's that, Marianne?
Well, Zach Evans came over, grabbed Coach Francis's clipboard. Coach Francis is out helping clean up the floor, and Zach Evans is sitting there drawing up plays for his team to run coming out to start the second half.
I would say he knows what he's talking about.
I would say that is probably true, but I don't know that I had seen a player actually do that. Daniel Harvey with it now, too. Riley Walker finds Zach Evans underneath. His shot's up and good, and that's what he drew up. It worked to perfection.
He said, this is what we're going to do.
And all the boys gathered around. Assistant Coach Jason Hall were all looking on. And now Mark Twain needs to come back and put some points on the board as well to counteract that one. Leak with it over on the far wing. He's guarded by Evans. Looks, bounce passes up to Lake. Lake on the wing, guarded by Street. Still man-to-man defense from the Hawks. Dribbles with his left hand, needs some help. Brings it near side to McLeod. McLeod at the head of Mark Twain's bench finds Leak in between the circles. Leak switches it over to Lake. Lake working back to McLeod. McLeod working against Harvey. Back to Lake again. He lobs it to Brothers, and Gabriel Hill reaches over the back and knocks it away, but it ends up still in Mark Twain's hands. Lake tries to feed it down low, but it's kicked by Evans, so Mark Twain will have it under their own basket. Clopton tournament coverage all week this week brought to you by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, and A Taste of Philly. They get the ball in over the far side to Leak. Leak's looking inside, lobs it to Brothers. Brothers shoots over top of Hill and shots up and good. So buckets for each team as they come out on their possessions. Makes it 33-15. 1-2-2 trap set up for Mark Twain, but Clopton breaks it easy as Harvey brings it on the near side on the wing. Skips it far side to Street. Street looks inside to Hill. Back behind the back pass to Street. Feeds it back to Hill. Hill goes up. He's fouled. Hill headed the charity stripe.
Marianne, if Brothers picks that up, that'll be his third foul.
And he does. First team foul for Mark Twain here in the half. Gabriel Hill headed back to the charity stripe. He lines things up. Free throw shot on the way. Off the front of the rim, off the back of the rim, back off the front of the rim again. For those who are like, Gabriel Hill, we haven't heard his name with Clopton in a while, and you said he's a senior. Well, he transferred in from Ellsbury. Second free throw shot on the way, and it's nothing but net this time. So with the basketball is Lake. Lake going to bring it across the timeline, dribbles with the left hand, takes it to the far wing, tries to dish it to Hanner, but he's going to travel first.
Again, Marianne, that's a turnover that Mark Twain doesn't need.
Again, it's still a right idea, just have to slow things down just a little bit in that situation. So they get to Walker. Walker chases it down the far corner, back up top to Evans. Evans swings it to Harvey. Harvey to the free throw line, back out to Hill. Hill to Evans. Evans lobs it right back in the short corner to Evans. Evans takes it into the paint and up and good. 21-point lead for Clopton, 36-15. As Leak has it on the near side, dishes it off to McLeod. McLeod drives that baseline against Harvey. Number one's going toe-to-toe. Harvey comes away with the basketball, throws it up to Street. Street takes it off the glass and good. 38-15 our score, 5:43 to go here in the third. Lake with the basketball. Takes it to the far side as he crosses the timeline, and Coach Ackright wants to take a timeout and talk to his players. We'll take a timeout to hear from some of our sponsors. 5:37 to go here in the third quarter. Clopton leads Mark Twain 38-15. You're listening to Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Mark Twain has the ball coming out of the timeout. Eckler will be the one to inbound the basketball. Oh, no, making a liar out of me. I never really understand this. I saw Eckler go to the scores table. So they have to run a play? Hold on. Oh, there we go. So they're saying Lake has a little injury that they need to tend to. So that's why they substituted in.
Gotcha.
All right, now that we're straightened out, McLeod with the basketball gets it into Eckler. Eckler dribbles with the right hand on the near side. He's at the head of Mark Twain's bench. This is it to Preston. Preston down low to Brothers. Brothers to shoot over top of Logman. It's no good. Brothers chases down his loose basketball. Shots up again. It's no good. Mason Street outlets to Evans on the rebound. Evans works it all the way around. Evans going in, lays it fingertip, roll off the glass, and it's good. Here comes Eckler. Eckler guarded by Harvey. Eckler works it around, finds Brothers in the paint, kicks it back out to Preston. Preston, one dribble, and dishes off to McLeod. McLeod in the middle of Mark Twain's bench. He rolls around, looks for some help as he's working it inside. He drives that baseline, gets down to the block, kicks it off to the far side to Brothers, and it's good. Brothers having a nice game tonight. 40-17 is our score. Clopton still on top. Just under 5 to go here in the third. Evans saves it from rolling out of bounds. He gets it to Street. Street to Walker. Walker, he eyes that three, and it's off the back of the rim, and Harvey's there to clean it up, but it goes back into the hands of Brothers. Eckler, he pushes it into the front court, picks up his dribble, dishes it off to Hanner. Hanner's going to take it in the paint. He works against the defense. No good, but Brothers is there. His putback's no good. Evans with the basketball. I tell you what, Hanner about picked his pocket from behind. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Mark Twain. Dow Ripple and Kuntz checking into the basketball game for Harvey and Walker. Looks like we're going to go for the 1-2-2 trap, possibly again as Kuntz has it, finds Street at this timeline. He brings it near side to Evans, so no traps put in. Evans in the middle of Clopton's bench, back up top to Dow Ripple, swings it over to the far side to Kuntz. Kuntz back to Evans between the circles, now to Dow Ripple on the wing. Dow Ripple looking inside, wants to feed it to Logman, but kicks out to Evans, who wants a three, and it's money. Zach Evans adds a tray to his scorebook tonight, makes it 43-17 as McLeod has the basketball for the Tigers. Picks up his dribble, needs some help, gets it from Eckler at the head of Clopton's bench on the near side. Finds Brothers at the free throw line. Looks back door, nothing there. Gets it to Hanner. Hanner swings it to McLeod over the far side of Preston. Preston looking for Brothers inside. Decides to go back to Hanner. Hanner takes in the paint, back to Preston again. Preston on the wing, find Brothers in the paint. He works it around. His shot's denied. He's going to go to the free throw line.
I think Mason Street will pick up the foul on that one, Marianne.
That was my thought, but we've been wrong once or twice.
Absolutely.
Before. It doesn't happen often, just saying. And Street does pick up his second first team foul of the half for Clopton. At the free throw line is Brothers. His first free throw shot is a little hard off the back of the rim. While we get set for the second, again, coverage all week here from the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Pike County Title Company, and Sun Window Company. Brothers, second free throw shot coming the way. Logman and Street comes out. Coming back into the basketball game was, well, Daniel Harvey and maybe Gabriel Hill?
Yep.
So Dal Ripple, top of the key, swings it over the far wing to Harvey. Harvey looks, goes back door to Evans. Evans, the shot is denied by Brothers, but he gets a loose basketball, goes up. Shot's no good, but he's headed to that charity stripe. So we'll see what Evans can do from the free throw line this evening. 3:11 to go here in the third. Clopton has the lead. We'll see if we can get an update real quick from the other gym. First free throw shot, rims in, no good. The other game, Louisiana has stretched their lead. They now lead 43-26. And they're in the third against Wright City. So Evans, again, second free throw shot on the way. This time he takes care of business. He's going to take a seat. Riley Walker comes back in. Zach Evans going to get a little bit of a drink and a breather. Eckler controlling the ball for the Tigers. He'll be picked up by Harvey at the timeline. Works, brings it in the front court all the way down. He's going all the way to the hole. His shot's up and good. Eckler taking control, taking it to the hole, and another two for the Tigers, makes it 44-19. Harvey feeds it to Walker. Walker over the far wing, avoids Eckler over on the far wing, now brings it near side to Harvey, to Coons. Coons looks down low to Hill. Hill shots up. It's deflected by Preston. Dal Ripple with it. Now Harvey for the three. Daniel Harvey drops a tray for the Hawks and makes it 47-19. 2.5 to go here in the third. Eckler again with the basketball. Works it around, needs some help. Picks up his dribble. Finds it from Preston. Preston down low to McLeod. McLeod shots up. It's just a little short, coming down with the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, I believe, between McLeod and Dal Ripple. Possession arrow favors the Tigers. Eckler will inbound the ball along the baseline on the near side. He smacks the ball as the blue moves. They get it into Leak. Leak needs some help as he drops it. Ball's loose. Coons gets the steal, knocks it in the backcourt. Preston tracks it down. Preston's going to say, hold on, let's bring this back and reset this offense. Preston dribbling with the left hand, works against defenses. Leak has it at the free throw line. He looks back door, and there's another steal. Dal Ripple and Kuntz teamed up for it. Kuntz has it in the front court now. Lobs it to Harvey. Harvey down to the baseline at the block. And they're going to say stepped on the baseline, is out of bounds, so it's a turnover for the Hawks. Brothers coming back in now for Leak. Coach Ackright talking to him a little bit here on the sideline. As Eckler lets it bounce once or twice, now grabs a hold of it, brings it across the timeline. He's guarded in there by Harvey. Skips it near corner to Preston. Preston's looking inside for Brothers. Nothing there, so back up top to Whaley. Whaley works from the elbow extended. Back to Preston again, now to Eckler. Eckler's going to reset the offense. Swings it far side of McLeod. McLeod looks inside. Nothing there as Gabriel Hill and Brothers are working hard against each other underneath the basket. McLeod. Bounce pass into Brothers. Brothers tries to bounce down low on that backdoor cut. No good. Walker has it now. He'll take it all the way in. His shot's up. It rolls around. No good. Brothers with the rebound. Throws it out to McLeod. McLeod's going to chase it down. Not going the direction he needs. Behind the three-point line now finds Whaley. Whaley on the wing to Eckler. Eckler swings it. Far wing now with it to Preston. Preston finds Whaley again. Top of the key now to McLeod. It's a reset. Here's McLeod. Bounce pass down low to
Hill.
Hill, well, yeah, Hill takes it the other direction. His shot's no good. He's fouled. Preston thought he had all ball, but then the referee didn't think so. I was trying to say he was trying to get into Brothers, but Robertson was all coming in. So I'm like, no, we're not doing Duck Dynasty here, Marianne.
So Hill just kind of snuck in there, Marianne, and
I mean, he's so small, you can't see him coming.
Right.
Gabriel Hill at the free throw line, his first free throw shot on the way, and it's good. While you set for the second, again, reminder, tournament action all week here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDinger's, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Hill's second one had a high arc on it, and he's going to foul as he was going. I don't know if he intentionally went that high to try to bounce it off the front of the rim or not. If he did, he probably won't do that again. But he was flashing towards that. And I tell you what, Marsha, I'll take that because we were talking before, some of the players these days not following their shots has gotten on the high side. They just stand there and watch them anymore. Whaley with it now between the circles, near side of Preston. Preston dribbles with the left hand, inside to Brothers. Scoops to Preston, goes out of bounds. Eckler to inbound the ball for Mark Twain. He looks, they want to lob it into Brothers, so it throws out to Preston. Preston gives a head fake, finds Brothers. Brothers shots up and good. Here come the Hawks. Kuntz going the other direction with it. 48-21 is our score. 30 seconds to go here in the third. Dalrymple lobs it to Hill, back out to Harvey. Harvey resets the offense as he gets it to Walker. Walker has pressure from Hanner. Back to Harvey. Harvey backs it up almost to the timeline. He's working around, looks for the screen from Hill, takes it all the way in. He goes fingertip, rolls it in. Daniel Harvey, 50-21 is our score. Hawks on top. 5 seconds to go here in the third. They get to Brothers. Brothers has a free open lane, shot up and good. And that is how the third quarter ends. Clopton leading this one 50-23. We've got your final quarter of action coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
It is the final quarter in this matchup between number 3 seed Clopton and number 6 seed Mark Twain. And I'll tell you what, whoever either one of these teams face in the semifinal round, those are going to be some fun games. Clopton has the ball to start the fourth. Walker goes in the backcourt to get the inbounds pass from Evans. Evans back in control. He's going to hand it to Harvey. Up top to Street, near side to Walker. Walker finds Hill at the free throw line. Shot up, bounces around, and finally falls good. 52-23 is our score. With the basketball is McLeod. McLeod works between the circles, swings it to Whaley over on the far wing. He starts directing traffic. Brings it down to Hanner. Hanner drives the baseline. He goes against Evans. Evans tries to block it, but Hanner sinks the shot, makes it 52-25. Evans to Harvey. Harvey brings it across the line. Harvey works it around, getting around the defense. Now he's going to reset things. Near side to Walker. Walker looks inside to Hill. Hill spins, kicks it back out to Evans. Evans wants the three. It's going to be short. Wow, he was trying to lob it to Walker. That's what I'm going with. Trying to lob it to Walker, and it just happened to hit the rim. The rim got in the way. Interference. Whaley with the basketball. Gets it to McLeod. McLeod over in the far corner to Preston. Preston drives that baseline, runs in some trouble, kicks it back out to Whaley. He eyes a three, and it's a short. Hill with the rebound. Street has it now after a long pass from Harvey to Walker. Walker looks inside to Evans. Evans tries to kick it back out, and there's another turnover for the Hawks. As Mark Twain heads up play there as they keep it in control, Whaley has it over the far wing to McLeod. McLeod working against Harvey. The number ones teamed up against each other. Hanner with it on the near corner. Lobs it to Preston over on the far wing. Bounce pass inside to Brothers. Brothers shots blocked by Hill. He throws it out, but it's going to go out of bounds. No, it's saved by Mason Street where he threw it way up. Riley Walker got it, dishes it off to Harvey. Harvey can't finish. And instead, McLeod has the basketball. McLeod goes up, and So I think Zach Evans has won an Oscar and an Emmy tonight for his charge calls. 2 on each side. Whatever works for you. Leak coming back into the basketball game. Comes in for Whaley. They're going to try and work him. And I don't know if they're going to put a trap on, but they're working that 1-2-2 as Harvey has the basketball. Gets in the hands of Evans. Evans to Harvey. Harvey skips it far side to Walker. Walker in the corner to Street. Street back to Walker. To Harvey. Harvey looks for the 3 instead. He drives that open lane. Shots up and good. Daniel Harvey with another 2. And it's a 29-point lead. Excuse me, I can't add. This is that math I have going on again. I apologize. How about it? Yeah, we'll just stop. So with the basketball, and they're all over the court, and finally Mark Twain comes away with it. Mason Street and Daniel Harvey and Brothers all there trying to slow getting up, and Leak goes up for the shot, and it's no good. I was right, wasn't I?
Yeah.
29 point. Here, see here. It's getting late in the night, and I know that my math is horrible to begin with.
I tell you what, Marianne, Dawson Leak tried to take that up, and Hill and Walker were there, and there was just, it was going nowhere.
No, it was sending him to the free throw line exactly where he wanted to be to put points on the board when the clock's not running with 5:09 to go. First one's net. Smooth shooting from Leak. And Dawson Leak, I want you to know how hard I have worked all night not to call you Austin Leak. So Dawson's second free throw shot on the way. Rims in and out. Harvey there for the rebound. Throws a long pass up to Street. Street takes it high off the glass. No good. Gets it. His own rebound. Kicks it to Harvey. Harvey to Evans. Evans takes it all the way in. He fingertip rolls it in off the glass. And it's a 30-point lead for the Hawks. 56-26, 4:50 to go here in this basketball game. Eckler tries to find Hanner down underneath the basket. Hanner was cutting as Eckler was throwing, so a little miscommunication there. And still 1-2-2 pressure from, full court pressure from the Tigers. And I tell you what, for them being just about 5'9" on average, Mark Twain can jump.
They can, Marianne, and they've got some speed. So
the speed, yes. So Harvey directing traffic, finds Loggeman between the circles. Back near side with it to Kuntz. Kuntz directing traffic on the near side to Harvey. Harvey lobs it to Evans. Evans underneath the basket, and it's good. Zach Evans for another 2. Makes it 58-26. Eckler, long pass to Preston. Preston had to save it from going out of bounds, but his tiptoes were on that line. So Brothers and Whaley return along with Dalrymple. Got a running clock going on here in the fourth. 3:40 to go in the basketball game. Daniel Harvey with the basketball. Bounce passes it to Dalrymple, back near side to Harvey. Harvey finds Kuntz. Kuntz in the paint. Goes all the way in. Shots up and good. Tyler Kuntz with 2. 60-26 with 3:20 to go here in the ball game. Eckler working the basketball up and backs it up right in front of the scores table. Now crossover dribble, takes it to the free throw line. Goes to feed it down low, goes out of bounds. And Brandon Black is checking in the ball game now for Hanner. So Dalrymple inbounds to Harvey. Back to Dalrymple. To Harvey again at the timeline. Finds Kuntz in the front court over to Street. Street drives the baseline. His shot's up and good. 62-26 is our score. Whaley may have got away with the travel. And the Clopton girls basketball team, which was sitting there, let them know. But Brothers takes it to the hole. He's got another 2. 62-28, 2.5 to go in the ball game. Mark Twain led for about a minute or so back in the first quarter when they drained the 3. So with it is Street. Street back up top with it to Dalrymple. Dalrymple finds Loggeman in the paint. Ball's loose, and finally coming away with it is Leak takes it all the way down, but his pocket is picked from behind by Street. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hawks. So Mark Twain will inbound it with 2:06 to go in the game. So with the basketball is Leak. Leak looks inside. Backs it up. Works around, feeds it down low to Whaley. Whaley from the block. And Leak was standing out of bounds when he got that ball. So that's another turnover for the Tigers. Down to 1:40 here in this one. Harvey throws up the finger, call the play. He sees an open lane. He goes all the way in. Daniel Harvey. He says, you know what? You're going to open it up like the Red Sea. I'm going to take advantage and go put another 2 points.
Right in.
I'm going to slide right on in there. Don't you worry about it. 64-28 our score with 1:20 to go here in the ball game. In the other gym, it's also a 30-point lead as Louisiana leads Wright City 58-28. So with the basketball is Black. Gets it far side to Eckler, brings it near to Whaley. Now to Black again. Feeds it inside to Brothers. Brothers can't hold on to it. Mason Street gets on the court. Now Koontz does, and they're sliding all over the place. And finally, Harvey walks away with it. Clopton will hold on and advance on. They're going to take on Winfield on Thursday night at 7 o'clock here in the new gym. Mark Twain will take on Ellsbury. Looks like a 3 from Koontz is good. 67-28 is our score. We're down to 30 ticks to go here in this basketball game. Black with the 3. It misses short. Ball's loose. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Hawks. And that's going to basically do us. We've got 20 ticks to go. They'll inbound the ball. May get a shot or two, a shot off, but what a good game tonight by both these clubs as Black has the ball. Back over on the far wing with it to Whaley, to Eckler. Eckler working around on the wing. Cross court to Black. Down with 2 seconds. Throws up something here at the buzzer, and that's how this one ends. Clopton gets the win, 67-28. We have your Abel's postgame show for you coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Marcia Garrison, that was some fun basketball. I mean, again, the score doesn't really reflect how good a game it was. 67-28, Clopton gets the win over Mark Twain, but I think Mark Twain and Ellsbury, that game is going to be fantastic.
It really is, Marianne. Mark Twain didn't let up, even though they were outsized. Their quickness helped to get them, the 28 points that they had. They never gave up. They took it to Clopton throughout the whole game. So yeah, it was a great game to watch.
And really, it came down to size. Clopton, their height, their wingspan really gave Mark Twain trouble this evening. They just couldn't quite shoot around the big boys from Clopton. Clopton had some great ball movement. We saw some great assists in there. We talked about Daniel Harvey having a couple of those tonight. We saw Zach Evans with several. And really, I think that's kind of what Coach Tony Francis was looking for when I talked to him in practice. Those boys looked like they were hungry and went to grab the ball.
Well, and Marianne, they've got such a well-rounded team scoring tonight. You had Zach Evans with 21. Hill had 14. Street contributed 13. Then Harvey put in 9, again, pretty quietly. And then Tyler Kuntz had 6, and then Riley Walker put in 4 as well. And so they've just got some good talent, a pretty even team. For Mark Twain tonight, their leading scorer, of course, was Brothers. He put up 18 for their team. Had 4 from Hanner, 3 from McLeod, and then 2 contributed by Eckler. So,
all right. Earlier games tonight, Monroe City defeated Silex 82-8. It was Winfield over Ellsbury 67-59. The game we just wrapped up, Clopton defeated Mark Twain 67-28. And in the old gym right now, Louisiana is leading Wright City early in the fourth quarter, 62-30. We'll take a quick break on the Abel's Postgame Show. When we return, we'll set up action for you tomorrow night here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament as the Abel's Postgame Show continues here on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
Well, tomorrow night it's girls semifinal action here in the high school gym, in the new gym, at 5:30. Number 1 Monroe City will take on number 4 Ellsbury. Immediately followed by number 2 Clopton taking on number 6 Winfield. In the old gym, it'll be number 8 Louisiana taking on number 5 Silex at 5:30, and number 7 Wright City facing number 3 Mark Twain. Again tonight, Monroe City and Clopton pick up wins here in the new gym. Winfield picked up the win in the old gym, and we'll find out a little bit later who gets the win between Louisiana and Wright City. Louisiana has a substantial lead right now. They should hold on to win to move on to face Monroe City on Thursday night at 5:30. Marcia, any final thoughts tonight before we sign off?
Marianne, I just want to thank you for hanging with me tonight. I was a little slow on the uptake, but appreciate being able to be here and help bring the games to our community. So
we always love having you here with us. Again, thank you to Ethan for over here running the
absolutely
the camera for us and running up and down, getting our starting lineups for us and checking people's names.
When we need it, yeah,
he makes a good little good assistant.
I was going to say, if I had to run up and down these stairs tonight, we would all be in trouble.
So for Ethan Everhart, Marcia Garrison, I'm Marianne Everhart. You've been listening to Tournament Action from the 25th Annual Clopton Tournament here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.